Peace, peace, everybody. Welcome to another episode from Knowledge Uprising. I'm Lindsay, and tonight we got brothers on the panel. Brothers, how you doing out there?
All right, bro.
Peace, King.
Peace, peace.
Peace, bro.
Shout out to Greg.
Peace to the Knowledge Uprising, showing everybody on the panel.
No
Great
doubt,
knowledge,
no doubt.
great people on the panel with a lot of knowledge.
Already. So, Booker T, you wanted to talk about and welcome to coming back and actually engaging in the panel. You know what I'm saying, and joining us again, man. You said you wanted to build about the blackface, brother. The
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I think my shit back game. Oh yeah. Hey man, I want to talk about Othello, man.
Oh shit! What up? What up, Huey? My bad, brother. I just seen Huey pop there. What up, Huey?
Y'all ready? Hey, say, brother, can you do me a favor? Uprising, can you pull up a screenshot of Othello?
Othello.
Like they, in Google, just define Othello. Just put define Othello. Othello.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to run something down to y'all right quick, man. Let y'all know not to fall for that blackface shit. You know what I mean? Let y'all know that everything they do against y'all is because of how great we is. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very touchy subject. You right. Othello was a so-called image of us or something. You
got damn right.
You right.
I can see this here, man. They with that fuck shit, and we ain't going for it, dog. I'm telling you, they got T.I. going against Mayweather and them, and man, these niggas got too much money to go for that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a divide and conquer tactic, dog. That's all it is, bro. Like I was telling Nadi, if it ain't helping us, it's hurting us. You see what I'm saying? We can see that the outcome is causing us to go against each other. That's when we know it's a trick, man. We got to stop falling for all tricks. You see what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm gonna show y'all why, man.
So you think that, like, a lot of information they give us, they turn it around and
you got that right. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, if they tell you it's good, it's bad. If they tell you it's bad, it's good. That's how it works. You know what I mean? If they tell you it's evil, it's angelic. You know what I mean? Real talk. That's how it really is, man. I ain't lying to you. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna show you. You know, it's all about showing and proving. And I know y'all some knowledgeable brothers, so all the information that I give y'all, I want y'all to really just go look into it, because I done looked at so much stuff, it's impossible for me to tell y'all all the stuff I looked at. You see what I'm saying? But I know y'all inquisitive like me, and y'all know how to do research. So I'm just gonna put y'all on the burning trail, and y'all just follow that shit from there, and y'all gonna be a fucking amazed, man. I ain't lying.
There you go, brother. I got Othello up here right now.
Now read what that say, my brother. What did that say? It say Othello is a Moor, meaning North African, who is a powerful and respected commander, senior officer in the Navy of Venus. He is gradually persuaded by the evil officer, Lago, that his wife, you know what I mean? You can keep on reading it, get blanked off. I can't see it no more. You know what I'm
saying? That's Demona and another officer, Cassio, and our lover.
Now, I want you to do me a favor, because you said we need to look up words. I want you to click on that. That's Demona. And see who that is. Click on that and see who that is right there.
Okay. It's from William Shakespeare play, Othello.
Yeah. What it say?
It says she is a character of Venetian beauty who enrages and disappears her father, a Venetian senator, when she elopes with Othello, a Moorish man, 7 years his senior.
Okay, 7 years her. Yeah, so you see where they're going with this, right? You see what's going on, right? Already, that's something good. It's just some bullshit. You know what I mean? They made this play for something else, right? So now, I want you to type in who did William Shakespeare make the Othello play for? Or just actually you could say, did he make the Othello play for King James? Because I'm sure all y'all know by now King James was a black man. Y'all should know that if you don't. I'm just trying to run y'all down some real quick. Just get y'all different little pieces so y'all can just go from there and just really understand what I'm saying. Try to get y'all straight there so you're like, God damn, I ain't know with this series, brother. You see what I'm saying? Because really, they're trying to say that this is a representation of King James. You know what I mean? That's what they're really trying to say. No, it's Shakespeare. Shakespeare. Yeah. That's like what did Shakespeare create the play for King James? Because that's when he made the play. That's when it first was established. Was the Othello play made for King James or some shit like that? And just in case y'all know, man, it was more than one King James, fellas. So we say King James, we ain't talking about the family. We talking about Jacobus. The real King James name was Jacobus, from the house of Jacob, just in case y'all don't know that. You know what I mean? And another thing that y'all might not know is that, I ain't saying what y'all might not know, like I'm insulting y'all or nothing like that. I'm just saying. Another thing that is a fact is that the people that was running Italy and Rome and all that shit was called the Etruscans. And the Ethiopians from South Asia is the ones who was the ancient Egyptians and all that shit. So Buddha is actually Judah and all that shit too. I'm just letting y'all know that. You know what I mean? The house of Jacob is the one that started with the first King James and all that. He was a black man. And they got a picture of that shit and they'll show you that. And that's what this Othello play was based on. Shakespeare made this, created this play for King James. And it was a representation of King James and his white wife, Desdemona, Anna, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That was her name. You know, and then as time went on, they've been doing this play like in the 1400s and some other shit like that, way back in the gap. Well, probably way before that. I mean, but they've been doing this play, and then once it came into the United States, is when they started making it, putting racial contexts on it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what really started happening. You know what I mean? Just to perpetuate the fact that niggas or black people are ignorant and they dumb and all that kind of stuff. It's like a person hating on you. They say you got the dopest shit all the time, and motherfucker like, oh, you motherfuckers think he all that, you know what I mean? Because he got this and he got that, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, squaze, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how it was with this blackface stuff, you know what I mean? Start getting to the point that the blackface people, they start trying to make mockery out of us to try to make us feel less than who we are, or actually create an image to the public that we wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? It's like it was like a psychological warfare type thing. Okay, and then you look at the blackface images, you just look at them themselves, right? Instead of just paying attention to how they do in the face, pay attention to how they got them dressed. You know what I mean? They some well-dressed people, you know what I mean? Like they got money, you know what I mean? They handling business. They try and let you know they just hating on us. That's all that was, bro. You know what I mean? They exaggerated the lips and all that, but the play originated from King James, a black man marrying a white woman, and that's what that play was based on. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually it was based on other things way before that. I'm not gonna just tell y'all that that's just solely what it was based on, because it's not. As y'all keep on digging, y'all be like, damn, this shit went way back to Egyptian times when they were doing plays and all this kind of stuff. And you know what I mean? Y'all gonna see all kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna just single it out as that's just what it is. What I'm trying to say is, with the Othello play with Shakespeare is when it started becoming a mainstream thing where people started making money. And then as you start digging deeper, you would know that the Europeans back then, when after Christmas time, this was their way of trying to make money because they were starving. So they'll do these plays enacting a black person because they always wanted to be black. It's like they were impersonating us. It's back to the way to what it was. That's how it started off. We were showing great honor and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But of course, as time went on, it became demonized into where we think that it's just all bad, you know, and it's not really necessarily bad. You know, that's all I'm really trying to say.
No, I'm agreeing with you what you're saying. I just like
right.
A lot of us don't really like.
I'm gonna give y'all
when
more
I look
research.
at King James, I look at the 1600s. because that's when so-called King James was introduced, to my knowledge. Not everybody else.
The first Othello play was in 1603, so you're absolutely correct. You know what I mean? 1603, King James, yes, it was. You know what I mean? But when you look up what the Spirit play was based on, it's going to tell you that King James was a Moor. They know he was a Moor. You know what I'm saying? Based on the black Moor with his wife, like you just got finished reading. Like, this is not me saying this. There's people that say this like way back in what? Way back when, bro. Before this, was before this, the transatlantic slave trade. And another thing you have to be aware of is that the white people that was impersonating most of the black people were the Jews that was exiled from Germany. Okay, they was the ones that was doing all this, the Germans and all those people, you know. And so that's how they made a living. And to let y'all know, that's how it started becoming Hollywood, because of the blackface minstrel circuit. That's how showbiz started. That was the first circuit in the United States. You know, at one point, that was the biggest thing. Everybody was just making money all doing minstrel shows.
Yeah, I remember because white people used to paint the white man used to paint their face black, do the little comedy shows like they hobos and shit.
Doggone right, man. That's exactly what's going on, brother.
But I'm Othello's bloodline.
Sir?
See, that's why, like, it's like
when
you put this, like, I'm Othello's bloodline. I'm a Moor.
Okay.
So when we look at that story in a treaty understanding, we'll look at Othello. Like, if you look at my screen real quick, when you look at Desmond, I mean Desdemona, you know, if you see my screen, the only place that is when you use it in uses, it's going to say a fictional character. Then it's going to say a musical. Then it's going to say other uses. It's a city in Texas. It was the great city where a lot of, you might want to look up this city and what was made in this city. And it's another city in Oregon. So a lot of people they have two understandings of Moor, and they think that Moor comes from Morocco, the state that is in Africa, which America is the Moroccan Empire.
I understand clearly what you're saying, brother. But when I say Moor, me personally, you know what I mean? Because I don't claim to Moor, black, none of that. But I knew back then when the Europeans used the word Moor, it was just referring to black, period. You know what I mean?
No, let me say one thing, because that's my bloodline.
Right. All I'm saying is, brother,
Moor.
I'm not
Hold on, let me just say, when you say Moor, it contains the black. Black is an adjective. You describe. Okay, well,
I'm sorry, brother.
So when you just say European,
all I'm saying is Europeans is how they refer to us, brother. I'm not.
No, Europeans is my
Well, I'm sorry, man.
I just want to say that when you say that my bloodline mean black,
you don't have to get caught up on the word, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
You want me to say black, but what you want me to say is just say Moor instead of saying black.
Right? No, I'm saying that it don't mean that. But if I could just have 30 seconds to talk, like,
I'm sorry.
You go against black, we naturally to be a Moor saying you ain't black. Right. So when the person say that black in back in the day mean Moor, I'm gonna have to say no. It's impossible to be black and a Moor when they say you was a black a Moor. You feel what I'm saying? That's like saying you a black or a Moor.
I mean, you know, I get it, bro.
My fault. I was just like, a lot of people put Moors in Africa.
All I'm saying is
telling you that Moors in America.
Did run Spain, right? They run, what, are we talking about the same Moors that run in Spain and all that, bro? In England.
Yeah, let's just say more, man. That's more different from the science.
It's two different opinions.
He got a good point. I want to make sure that we get on the same page. He should do that. Because like you say, he claims to this, so you need to make sure that this misrepresentation don't get out. So now, I just want to ask you this question, because you know I'm talking about King James, right, brother? So now, since you're knowledgeable about this, whoever was ruling at the time, you know what I mean? You know, at one point that I don't know if you agree with this or not, was at one point the Moors ruling Spain, all of Europe, basically at some point?
Yes, they fell in the late.
Now hold on, wait. That's a simple question. You said yes, right? That's all I'm trying to get to. Okay,
I'm gonna tell you. Let me just say the dates. They ran it from 300 after death.
That's not the dates is not really.
Let me just explain that part real quick, brother.
Okay.
We ran Europe from 300 after death until 1500 after death. And then they came to the Americas in the 1600 after we lost the war. They came over here as our subservients or as our brothers that lost the war with us. They was
okay, cool. Well, I'm not trying to make it to a more the topic. That's not the point. We talking about blackface. So I'm trying to corner it back to that to let you know why they shitting on us because they shitting on y'all. Let me put it that way. So,
yes, Moors of America.
So let me just, Moors of America. I'm trying to let them know it didn't derive that way. Is what I'm saying? I'm trying to let our black people know when they show this punk ass Gucci face on this goddamn TV screen, we shouldn't get mad to suck our dick. That is us. Fuck y'all. You still mad at us because we coming up and we coming to awareness of what the fuck going on. It ain't nothing y'all gonna be able to do to stop it. So that you throwing your cheap blows out there by putting a black face out there like we don't know where this shit derives from. Y'all not gonna get us emotionally charged no more. We gonna start taking our power back. That's what I come to do, make us take our power back. Like it ain't nothing that they can do to us to make us shit on each other in no time. That shit has to stop. Period. I don't give a fuck if people do go buy Gucci. So what? They want to go buy Gucci? Go buy it. That's not the point. And then we pay attention to the Gucci symbol. So all the people that follow sacred geometry and all this kind of stuff, we see is the Vesica Pisces symbol that is the Gucci symbol. So is that it's all esoteric information anyway. The only reason why they Gucci and they charge you $1,000.
Yeah, right. When you talk about Pisces, that's just goddamn conflicting thoughts. That's why they always swimming away from each other.
No, see, now the conflicting thought is listen, hold up, wait. What it is the fusion of thought. Wait, just let me finish, brother. You can't just listen. Okay, brother, I can back up anything I say. So you like instead of just like debunking me, like, bro, prove what you just said, and I'll be glad to do it. And then maybe it'll take some corners off that you might have and become a curve. Okay? So all I'm saying is this here. When it comes to the Vesica Pisces represent many things. And just using the word Vesica Pisces, that's already in violation because it wasn't even really called no Vesica Pisces. That's white folks' words and shit. But I'm not petty on words. It's just words are just an example to describe what I'm saying. So it could be blue, it could be black, as long as we agree to what I'm talking about, that's all that is important to me. So it's like the word play, it ain't my game. So Vesica Pisces is basically, it can represent many things. It can represent the magnetic, the Taurus field. It can represent the left and right brain. It can represent mom, dad. It can represent all those things. And in the middle, it can be like mom, dad, and child. It can be up, down, middle. It could be left brain, right brain, pineal gland, or actuality, the thalamus, which is the inner chamber. Okay, and things like that. So all this symbol mean many things, is what I'm saying. And that's the sacred geometry. That is the mathematics of God. If you look at all these logos, all of them have some type of esoteric meaning behind them. And so the thing about it is everything is energy. Energy comes from light to just get all the way to this without going through all the petty details. Energy comes from light. Frequency comes from light. Color comes from light. Everything comes from light. It's all about receiving the light. Okay? All of us are light barriers. So when they say Lucifer is the light barrier, that not saying that he is the light, he is the barrier of light. He carries light. Our flesh carries our spirit. Our spirit is our light. Okay? And this spirit, it comes into us through this electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field is our energy, is our thoughts, is everything, and it comes through your crown chakra. The more you are aware of what's going on, the better you can channel this energy to come directly into your crown chakra versus just going and being dispersed and missing and hitting. Okay?
Hey, brother, I'm sorry, man. I really don't mean to. Really don't mean to disrespect you and interrupt you like that. But man, I heard something in y'all back and forth that ain't been sitting right with me ever since it was said. Because it's coming to a point, man, where random shit can't be thrown out. Motherfuckers gonna have to start proving some of this shit.
Oh, I want to prove.
No, bro. Don't take
I'm
that
listening.
shit the wrong way, because that
Yeah, I'm
wasn't.
listening,
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even talking about nothing that you said.
Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, no disrespect, but did I just hear you? Man, I could have sworn I heard someone say that they know for a fact that they come from the bloodlines of the Moors and King James of that location and area. And
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. If that is true, I got to see some facts on that shit.
Yeah, I feel you on
I
that.
could prove all that. I could prove all that.
That's going to deflect the whole
30
topic,
seconds,
though, man.
30
You know
seconds. I don't need an hour and a half. I just need 30 seconds. See, that's the problem with a lot of us.
Do you think,
Nah, we listening right now. You got your 30, bro. You ain't got to do that. We listening.
Go ahead, Root. We give you 5 minutes. What do you think?
I will answer everybody's question if we make sure we answer that. Make sure you prove that you come from slaves and prove that you come from Judah.
I never said that. I never said that.
Let me just keep talking for 1 second. I'm just going.
But brother, you referring that I'm saying I come from Judah and slaves. I never once said that.
Not you, brother. I'm talking about wherever we all come from. We should question ourselves that too. Now I'm gonna answer the question.
Right.
Y'all know where I come from? I come from my daddy's nutsack. I feel like my mama belly. That's where I came from. I came from cells and Adam.
That's what more means. More means when you come out of your mother.
My sperm went into the egg.
Hold on, but let me just talk for 1 second, bro. Let me just get my little, because I was supposed to just explain how I'm King James, everything, and all that stuff and everything. I just want to explain that real quick.
Yeah, you said you come from that bloodline, right? If I'm correct. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like to know how you said that, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up and mute my mic because I want to hear this.
Okay. King James was in the 1600s. Now, if my screen is on right here, if y'all could just see my screen real quick, share the screen. I don't come from the so-called African bloodline. I come from the Moorish bloodline, which means you come from America to. Can y'all see my screen real quick?
Yeah, we got. I see, brother.
Okay, see. This is what you call Cap Negro right here. This is the name of Nova Scotia. Is Cap Negro. I'll type it in if you want me to. See, this is the seafaring ways that we used to go to all the way to England. That's called Moor Inn, land of the Albi, the second destination. That's what Albi mean, the second. You know,
don't forget that.
Hold on, let me just say one thing. I don't need that long. I don't need that long, brother. I did not cut you off, 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 brother.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. If you let me finish, just be quiet for 1 second, brother. Just for 1 second. So what I'm claiming is my ancestors come from the great lands of England, which everybody call, the Europeans. The Europeans. No, England is not a land in Europe. It's an island. Here, look, y'all. So when anybody misinform y'all and say this is a land of Europe, it is not. It's called the United Kingdom's Albion. These was our lands, and we came from the Americas. In 1600, placed King James over here with the indigenous people, with the slaves, with the Moors, and with the natives. You can't put him nowhere else except for in the Americas in the 1600s. I digress. Thank you for the time.
All right, bro. That was a great build and everything, man. And I'm all with you about the fact that when they came here to the Americas, they already knew, and that's what they stumble upon. People, us Black Americans today, that's been fucking blindly told we come from Africa, and I'm all with that, bro. And my great grandmother, you know, man, she's full blood Choctaw, and she black as shit. But we don't speak of nothing about being Moors, bro. I'm saying from what I know, bro. So that was cool and all, but if I say that I come from the tribe of Choctaw, they're gonna ask me to prove it. This how I'm proving it. My great grandmother, that's what she is. I come from her bloodline. I can actually trace that. You didn't really show me nothing that, and I don't mean no disrespect, but I need to see how you trace yourself back to those specific people. because I haven't seen that. All I seen was you just showed me a map talking about the Americas and travels between there and what is known as the United Kingdom. And yeah, I know that people over there was black as well and about that. But from my understanding and shit, that those people that came over here with what we call white people today, you know, those free blacks or what they show in so-called history and shit like that, they came over here with the same agendas as the pale faces and shit. They came over here to conquer and take. Just because we share the same skin color don't mean that we the same peoples and shit. And
facts.
And that's facts. So yeah.
So why is you knocking me for being me? I'm not
knocking you from being you, bro. But you said that you come from that direct bloodline, and I'm just saying you gotta prove that, bro. You just can't be spewing out shit without no proof.
Now, one more thing. I said that I come from an era of 1600 where you so-called black guys. I said you so-called black guys don't give the Moors credit. See, we're two different bloodlines. See, so I'm not going to tell your bloodline, brother. Don't tell my bloodline.
I'm not telling your bloodline, bro.
I said I come from the bloodline when the Moors lost a war to the pale man in the late 1400s. And then that's when they say all the stories end. And then this dude named King James come up that's a black man now.
Yeah, I agree with you on
in that. Americas. So there it is. And then it was a war. It wasn't the Europeans that beat the Moors or the black people. It was Asians that beat Europe and kicked the Europeans and the Moors or so-called black people out of Europe, and we came back home to America. See, I'm not mad at the Africans and the slaves. Y'all go ahead and keep that story. You're right. We ain't the same people. I'm
not rocking with that Africa story, bro.
I'm not saying you though, but you just said that just because we the same hue don't mean we the same family, and I'm admitting that. I'm saying good. I agree with you, brother.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, bro.
So we shouldn't slander each other until we get the other side of the story. You know what I'm saying? And give the other side. That's all, bro. I didn't rest on that with my brother.
Yeah, nah, bro. Let me be clear, man. I'm not trying to slander you or nothing like that, bro. You feel me? But you made a statement that you come from the bloodline of King James, bro. And all I did was just ask you, like, how did you come to that knowledge and the information that you got that directly connects you to that bloodline? And that's all I ask. You feel me? I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. That's why I pulled out the fact that I know I come from the tribe of Choctaw because my grandmother is documented as from that tribe, and she's full-blooded. That's how I'm able to trace my bloodline back to that because that is my great-grandmother. That is my grandmother's mother, and that's my mother's grandmother who gave birth to me. And that's how I'm tracing it. Like, I'm not tracing it based off historic wars or nothing that happened between people and we know they was black or nothing like that. Like, no, I'm going from individual person that go back to where it show like, okay, this person was definitely there. And this is how it traced back and back and back. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
I got my emotions like that. Saying that.
I'm not trying to sham you or nothing like that. All I'm saying is that, bro, right now we as what they call black people, I don't agree with that term either. So we in agreement on that. In America, my personal feeling is one thing that hinders on us is an identity crisis, because history got so twisted and the knowledge that we was getting and we was thrown in this way and that way and that way that a lot of us really don't have that understanding like how I'm able to trace mines. Even though I know a lot of them are from here, they can't go through those steps like that. Some of them can, they eventually find out, but it's not as easy as it is for me. So our people attach on to this and that, but they doesn't have any direct factual shit to back up what they saying. And I'm just saying that, we in a position of right now, if we gonna come on the bill, that it's time that if we gonna start blowing out shit, that we got to be able to start factually backing that up. Now, I don't disagree with what the information you was giving out about, the Moors in Europe and shit and the travels and shit and all that. Just like the original slave trade originally started from the islands of them taking slaves back there to Spain. And also when they was coming over here to the mainland, they was taking slaves back that way. Motherfucking the first slaves that to go on the boat and shit really came from Americas until motherfucking over there to Europe and to Africa, just to be on some real shit. And that could be factually proven. So, you know, a lot of things we agree on, but it's like when we start talking about direct bloodline, like I am those peoples and shit like that, like, man, I just, like, me, myself, personally, I like to see the factual shit that actually back that up, that person can pinpoint themselves to it. And I don't feel like I'm being attacking the person for asking for that.
No, you didn't. I just like when we get our language come from the English Bible. Now let me just I don't need that long. Our language, every word we talk, the first book was English Language and the Maxims of Law in 1829. So when I say I'm relatives as King James was invented in the Bible in the New Testaments. He came after Jesus died. Jesus came after Mary beat Joseph. Joseph came after he beat Josh. And see, Josaphat came and beat James. All these stories are the same stories except for their people. See, I'm from the tribe of Mary that made Jesus, God's only chosen.
Let me
just say one simple
Who's
I don't say that I'm right or wrong. I just want somebody to disqualify the thing.
It is goddamn Gary.
I said James was in the 1600s in Americas. Disqualify that for me, brothers.
No, that's Root Words. That's Root Words 1. That's not Gary.
Okay.
So, bro, I ain't even trying to be funny. Maybe I'm just high right now, but bro, you just said you come from the bloodline of King James. Now you telling me you come from the tribe of Mary, Jesus' mother?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all stopping on stuff they're gonna divide.
Now hold on, no. I just want to keep on talking for 1 second.
I was just trying to finish my point before you cut me off, and I was trying to explain myself.
No, y'all like me and him was just saying something. We gonna go somewhere else.
No, I'm saying like listen,
it's talking about King James.
I was the one talking at first. The man said, "Hey, brother,
and Joseph
talk about Othello, man, or whatever." I was talking about Othello, bro. Yeah, I started talking, dog. You cut me off, bro. You know, and you said
I cut you off by accident. That was my fault. That was my fault, bro.
Listen, man. The only reason why me and you. Listen,
hold on,
man,
I just had
real talk. Hey, y'all gotta let what I'm saying for a second, bro. You can't agree that I started off talking, right? You can't agree to that.
So that's you let somebody else talk. Let somebody else
saying, bro.
I cut you out, bro. Hold on.
Stop this shit, man.
Hey, wait. The brother is right. Hold on, man. No. The brother is right. I did cut him off, and my bad about that. I cut you off, bro.
No, it's all good.
Direction,
no, man,
I'm sorry.
Even before you cut me off,
are we still talking about
cut me off, and I was in the middle explaining what he said. I was explaining what this other guy questioned me on about King James and being black. And then when I started explaining myself, then you said in the middle of our conversation about this dude saying that he was from the tribe of this and that.
Okay, then let me just talk for 30 seconds. Man, I was from the tribe, man. Y'all hate American Negroes. Y'all are scared, man. Y'all just fucking scared. Y'all
about how we shouldn't go for the okie doke about blackface. That's all I'm trying to explain. Me personally.
No, that's a
Moor. It's not about no
Moors.
It's not about where nobody from.
It is a Moor. Blackface is a Moor. It's not a black person, man. It's a Moor. You know
what's okay, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna call it pencil.
Fucking Africans,
I'm gonna call it pencil.
Africans
I'm not gonna call it black. I'm not gonna call us Moor.
Y'all just won't let it
pencil. So that's a common agreement. Me and you commonly agree. When I mean black people, I'm gonna say pencil. Okay? Or headphones, or glass, or jar, or ball. What you want me to say, bro? I'm talking about the people with dark skin, man. Panty is what I'm trying to explain to you. You understand me? Stop that. We're talking about real power here. And the only way to take the real power back is to understand how it's being taken from you.
So expound on.
So it's being taken through psychological warfare.
Okay.
Okay, I know. Okay, we all know about this, so that's good. I can continue going. Psychological warfare is used in all types of forms. The most effective form of psychological warfare is through imagery. We know we go through this imagery through the TV, which is the imagery. And the thing about it is
cultural appropriation.
Okay, that's a good.
That ties in with that blackface and TV and Hollywood and all that shit too.
Exactly. You see where I'm going with it. So now,
all them things we should alleviate about that too. We should talk about
that's
all
where I'm
the
going with it, brother.
situations.
And you own it, man. You are on it. That's exactly where I'm going with it, though. You own it. So peep game, right? It's like, okay, whoever King James, whatever, all that stuff. If y'all could pull up a picture that say, y'all can pull up Jacobus right now, King of England, and it's gonna pull up a black man named Jacobus from the house of Jacob. That's what it's gonna pull up, and it's gonna let you know that this is King James. But we know we went through the whitewash aspect and all that kind of stuff. So to make him look like a white man, come on, fellas, we know it was whitewashed. We know that. So we need to quit playing dumb. Quit acting like we children.
Y'all, hold on. Root words. African niggas. I don't know nothing about no damn house of Jacob or none of that shit. Look.
Yeah. Well, okay. You just look it up. Like I said, y'all say show and prove, right?
He just said that I can't be from the house of Mary, but he's from the house of Jacob.
I didn't say I was from anything. Wait a minute, man. Listen, we're not going there with this, man. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm telling you what the documents say. I'm not saying what I'm from. Just follow what I'm saying, bro. Listen again.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Build on them documents, brother.
That's not the point. I'm trying to show what a blackface
y'all can't take a rebuttal. That's how sorry this shit is. You can't even take a rebuttal, bro. A simple rebuttal?
Huh?
Shit crazy, man.
I'm saying it, but you want to go back to like something that's going to divide us. I'm trying to let us know why they're doing what they're doing so we can understand how to fight psychological warfare.
Hey, man, we can't do it if you're the only person interpreting the story. There's two sides of every story. So
brother, it's not even just a story. This man was saying about Hollywood and all that kind of stuff, bro. I'm letting them know, like, yes, you're right.
That's psychological warfare where a whole bunch of black people bully the other black people.
I'm letting you expound, bro. But look at what you said.
That's the other psychological warfare.
Like, did you listen, bro?
Will not let
explain the tribe of Jacob.
Come on, bro. God, man.
You coming from nowhere. What you mean? I said expound, brother. Off the statement.
Yeah, I know that's what I was doing. Me personally, I was just trying to know what
everybody's mic muted, brother. Go ahead, do your thing.
I ain't just hear nobody else talking. I thought somebody else was just talking. I don't know. I'm tripping.
Go ahead and finish expounding, man.
Okay, all I'm saying is, man, check it out, man. And I'm trying to get straight to the point, man. Just straight up. I'm trying to. All I'm trying to say, okay, let me put it this way. The new Hollywood, the Hollywood right now with all the black folks in it, that's the new blackface, in case you didn't know that. Okay? Original blackface don't have nothing to do with no paint. Okay? We are the black faces. Or whatever name y'all want to put on it. Y'all know I mean pencil or pen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They call us black people, so I'm just saying blackface. You know what I mean? They're black for us. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. Like the dark-skinned people, there was original the blackface. And the reason why they started doing this is because they admired us. It was like for admiration. That's what it was. The people who had power and supremeness. And so just do your research and you will just be able to see that you will be able to prove everything I'm saying. So I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. So now all I'm saying is that what they did is when it made it to the United States, they ended up demonizing because, like you said, it was around like the 1600s and all this kind of stuff. 1603, technically, the first slave ship came in 1619. The first play he did was in 1603. So you know this before this transatlantic slave trade. If all these dates are supposed to be right anyway. And then somebody mentioned something about Asia earlier. I don't know how far information y'all know, but y'all know that Southern Asia was Ethiopia. It was a lower Ethiopia and a northern Ethiopia. Okay, so first of all, it became India. All right, so when they called us Indians, they was halfway telling the truth, telling us what it was the black folks that always been traveling here and there. Just because our ancestors, like my ancestors, Cherokee, but they came from somewhere. Okay, so it's not far-fetched to say that they left from that aspect, South Asia and all that kind of stuff around the y'all know what I'm talking about, the African Horn and all that area, and came down through the South America and on up to the Americas. Like our folks been traveling. Like shit, America.
No, I don't agree.
Now.
I don't agree with that statement at all, bro.
Okay, okay. All I'm saying is, I'm trying to explain what they saying though. These white folks saying, not me. Then I ain't saying nothing. When I did research on it, they saying that.
Now, when you say them white folks, you're in reference to Europeans, or are you in reference to Americans or European descent? You're in reference to the white Asians, which is the Russians. You know.
Oh yes, basically the Russian. Yes, sir. I'm referencing to the barbarians, the one that came and took over the Etruscans and expelled them. Eventually, suppressed their evidence in Italy, and it became Rome. Yeah, I'm talking about those people, the barbarians, the one that came and terrorized everybody. Yeah, I'm talking about those people. Those people I'm talking about.
Hey man, slavery fake, bro.
Yo,
I know it's fake. We was never slaves. I never said we were slaves. We were never slaves. And
so how we come from Africa and India and the East Africas, like you said, bro?
So what now?
You just said that we said that India and East Africa, and we came from South America. You placed everywhere but North America, bro.
No, I did not. What I said is that it's not far-fetched to say that we came from that area and migrated up to these places, that we was probably there for 60, 70,000 years. But that does not mean that we did not come from one neutral place, is what I'm saying. And I'm not even trying to prove that as no point. All I'm trying to say is that ancient Egypt came from, it's a fact that ancient Egypt came from the people from South India, the people that was called Buddhists. Is what I'm trying to explain.
Egypt is where the 4 rivers meet in Cairo, Illinois. The great 4 rivers in the land of nuts and glory, America, Mary's land, where God only has sex with her, and she did not have sex with Joseph, so she cannot be related to Joseph.
I'm not arguing any of those things. Let's remember.
It's a simple rebuttal.
Bro. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm not understanding. I guess when a person says something and
you said it's the mythological. You said that you cannot. You said that
what I
it's a
understand is
proposal.
the man interrupt you. He really trying to say something to enlighten what you're saying. Or something, you know what I mean?
You won't let a person talk because he's from America and he ain't from the tribe of Judah, so I have to do it.
Bro, I'm not saying, I didn't say I was in nowhere in particular. I'm not even talking about me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, if you really listening to what I'm saying, you got to remember that the topic is about blackface and psychological warfare. If it's not referencing back, you got to remember everything that I'm saying is trying to build you up to understanding that it's psychological warfare using the things that they're using, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. Even like the stuff that we're doing right now. This is deemed to be niggas that can't get along. White folks look at us and they give us a stereotype saying niggas can't get along.
You see what I'm saying? Know that, like, the only time we can't get along is when a person will not let a person rebut or say their side of the story.
Bro, but right then, I just let you rebut. But again, you just missed my point, though. All I'm trying to say is, still trying to explain to you my point using this. That's what the blackface is all about. Showing the worst of us. The stereotypical things is what I'm saying. We have the tendency to speak in slang and not speak in so-called proper English. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That was used against us. That's the same thing they're using against us in the rap music right now today. They're using the worst of us to perpetuate the perception of us as a whole, is what I'm trying to explain, sir. We're fully aware that all of us are not in the street selling no dope, shooting no guns, and having beef with each other, and all this kind of stuff. We're fully aware of that. But if you ask the average America, if you go on YouTube right now and look up rap music, every thumbnail you're going to see somebody with some guns and some money and some dope. What I'm trying to explain to you, that is the minstrel show. That's what I'm trying to show you from a big picture aspect. Okay? Because the whole idea of the minstrel show was to perpetuate engrave the stereotype of black people to the masses. You got the talking TV. They called it back then. And then it became color and everything. They were still doing these minstrel shows up to the 1960s, my brother. So I'm trying to explain to you, that's what they've been doing. And so we think it's all good and we just talking about our life and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we were so-called slaves, or what some people was, because it's clear evidence that there was free black people during slavery time. People on land. We understand that we first came with indentured servitude, that you were able to buy your rights out of so-called servitude or whatever the case. You know what I mean? We understand all these things. You know what I mean? So it's not a black and a white thing. So if I say slave, don't mean that I'm saying that it were people that wasn't slaves. Okay? You know what I mean? We're fully aware of that. We know it was black people, so-called black people, that left in this Trail of Tears with the Indians during the time it was raided. You know what I mean? So,
hey,
yeah,
bro,
if you look
bro, hey, look, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, and I mean no disrespect, bro, but you all over the place, man, and you dropping like information about things that happen, but you pretty much quoting like the misinformation that we speaking on about to block them from feeding us that shit, bro. Like, you just made a couple of statements that, like, I ain't gonna lie, I just can't. I
can explain myself though. So what statements are you did I make?
I mean, one, the last statement you just said that it was black folks with the Indians. Like, nah, bro.
Nah, like, I want you to do this.
But bro, I want you. I want you.
I'm just gonna let you know what I base my information off of. Just ask me what I base it off of. I just show you my reference, bro, so you will know it's not me trying to say anything. And if you disagree with that, then that's cool, bro. But I'm just tell you where I got it from. That's all I can do, baby. That's all I can do, because I ain't trying to say that it got to be right or nothing like that. But you stop me, you got to probably be like, hold up, bro. I think this and think that. Even though still, again, that really was my point, because I'm trying to just show y'all how they just trying to just I'm trying to show a contrast between, if I use the word slavery, saying it's not necessarily saying that people wasn't free at the same time. There was the people of color. That was all my point when I said that. You know what I mean? And so when I did reference black people being with Indians, I was referencing that to when you look at the research of the 5 civilized tribes. With the 5 civilized tribes that were pushed to the west with Andrew Jackson from Florida, from the southeast, and then we went to Georgia, and then when we had the Georgia Gold Rush, we ended up going to Oklahoma, and then we ended up becoming Black Wall Street and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm referencing to. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you in their own documentary, in their own documents, that it was African people. They call us slaves, and how they said it was slaves that went along with the Indians during the 5 civilized tribes. And we know that's bullshit, because they wouldn't let them go no damn well, first of all, so they could miss me with that slave shit. And then when they say black, I know damn well ain't no black, because black ain't no motherfucking ethnic background. So they got me fucked up all the way around. But we understand that we just say
that means we Moors, right?
Black. But they don't Moors, right? See, okay, we wouldn't want to talk about Moors, okay? We want to keep going.
You just said, hold on, bro.
Moors,
you just said that black don't mean shit. You just said that, bro. You said black don't have no ethnicity. You said black don't have no ethnicity.
Moors are the Arab blacks, and they became.
Hey, look, man. I'm sorry, Knowledge. I ain't even mean to do that, bro. But goddamn, man, y'all brothers long-winded, man. Like, man, y'all gotta let somebody else up in this shit, man. I'm about to fall back, but I'm sorry about that, man. I had to, man. It was just
quit looking at nigga Mike, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's just too much. It's too much over talking, dog. And then y'all long-winded, bro. Y'all long-winded, bro. We've been live for almost like damn near like an hour, bro, and we only really heard 2 people, really 3, because I've been having to cut in just in order to say something.
If you brothers want to come in now, man.
That's right, man. Do y'all thing, man. I thought I was just trying to explain my point.
No. I welcome you to the channel, man.
You feel like I'm disrespecting nobody, fam.
No,
bro.
This is no disrespect. It's all over.
It wasn't no disrespect.
Every time I'm talking to y'all, can hear the man cutting in. It ain't like I'm cutting in nobody else, bro.
No, it's not like that, bro. It's gonna happen. We all got a rebuttal. So but we can't go back and forth because nobody else on the panel is gonna get a chance to say something. If we got like 8 people on the panel, and then you got somebody that keep rebuttaling each other, there's not gonna be no rebuttal.
I ain't trying to rebuttal nobody. I was just trying to let y'all know.
UNP, what up? Naughty, what up?
Bro,
Frank, what
hey,
up?
hey,
That's
bro,
all I was saying, man.
hey, bro. Let me explain that. Like, I ain't mean no disrespect when I muted your mic. I ain't just muted
Man, you keep
yours.
saying you don't mean
But-
disrespect,
but
but you
bro,
muted me and Mike in the
Hey,
middle
look, bro.
of a conversation.
I mean, there you go, right there,
But you
bro.
might
You
not
talk,
mean it
but bro,
personally,
I'm trying to explain to you why I did what I did, and you cut me off, fam.
Yeah, because you said you
He a moderator. Hey,
God damn, bro.
moderator,
You
Booker
sitting
T.
there talking
Hey,
about
Booker
people.
T,
You
Booker
sitting
T.
there,
Proof the
talking
moderator,
already
man.
told me why.
Proof the moderator,
Bro,
man.
no, you didn't hear me,
On
bro.
this street,
The
you said
reason,
we've been going, but
but
you
bro,
almost
the main reason,
about
but
30
bro,
minutes, an hour, and ain't
but
nobody else got a
but
chance
bro,
to talk
this is the thing
except for
right
you.
here. This
That's
is
why
the
you said you did it.
Bro, this the reason why I muted. But bro, this the reason why I muted your mic right now, because right now I'm talking and you talking and can't nobody hear shit. And y'all two niggas was talking and couldn't nobody hear shit, and the shit was giving niggas a headache, bro. How the fuck we gonna hear anything if there's two people talking? And I'm trying to explain that to you, but you study because you doing it now, though, bro.
Let me know when y'all want me to talk again, bro. If I can, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know how y'all rock this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The man said, "Hey, Booker T, you say you wanted to talk about some goddamn blackface shit," and I started talking, dog. I ain't know that people you the ones that came on and said, if a man cut another man off,
we got you,
gonna
brother.
mute him. That's what you said out of your own mouth. So when I'm talking, I'm not expecting nobody to cut me off at no time. And then y'all say, okay, bro, you gotta let somebody else say something now if they want to. I thought that's how you was gonna rock it. But when I was talking, the man cut me off and said something about the King James.
Naughty, what up,
you know
Naughty?
what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm the only one following what happened from the beginning.
Peace,
you know what I mean? But it's like I'm trying to just fit him a point. You know, and the whole time I'm trying to do that, the man cut me
how
off
you doing, brother?
Boards, so I had to just try to tell him what I meant by the boards. And that's what started that off. And then when he said something about you that you ain't like, you were like, hold up, man, let me talk to you about this, because I don't agree with you saying. Okay.
Brother, you can stop expounding. We're not gonna do that live, all right? We're not gonna just keep expounding, all right?
Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm done with it. I just want to make sure y'all know what the roots are.
Okay, it's all love, all right? It's all love, but we're not gonna keep expounding for 30 minutes.
I'm done.
We're not gonna keep expounding for 30 minutes about no knowledge. I invited you so we can build.
You the one said.
So we can build.
And
I welcome you back. Yes, I said. But mute your mic.
But I heard what you said, though. I heard what you said. Ain't no further expounding.
Oh, I'm saying we can stop expounding and you trying to express your sentiments about what you was trying to say. Now, can we move on? What up, Huey? What up, Naughty? Shoestring, Shinobi. How y'all doing out there? Truth, come back into the broadcast, man. Where you at? What's up?
What's going on, fella?
Peace, man. Still here.
All right. So, man, what's your brother's sentiments on the blackface?
I think it's bullshit to even put any power towards it, because that's what they want, is a big fucking
expound on
distraction.
Expound on it, brother.
Yeah, man, they just want a big ass uproar, distraction and shit from all this other crazy shit going on, like that in my opinion, is probably a little more important as far as like the government shutting down and like banks shutting down, the price of certain shit going up, like, but that's just my output on it.
What about the bank shutting down? Elaborate a little bit more about that if you can.
Like, I really don't know too much about it for real. I just know that Bank of America is, they said they were shutting down, and then I guess, Truth, you said something about like they're not shutting down like just regular bank accounts. It more has to do with like some business accounts or something, but it's honestly, they're being really vague about it, man. It's hard to really find any info. But I mean, it's definitely some weird shit going on. The cops are still in operation though. So
hey, my bad, man. Knowledge. I'm sorry about spazzing out like that on your show, man.
Yeah, man. It's all love, man. It's all love, brothers. Come on now. We all good. We good over here. We good over here, brother.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I just had to apologize. Sorry to the brothers and shit too, man. I came up out of my darkness, man. I'm back up in it and shit, man. But yeah, I'm with Shinobi, man. I don't know, too much about the Bank of America stuff, but I've been hearing about it. I like to, if somebody got some information where they can guide me and show me where I can go look at it for myself, I'm more than open to hearing that.
Yeah, I've been searching the dark web all day and shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Shoestrings, what's up with you, brother?
What's going on, man?
So what's your thoughts about blackface, the controversy that's going on with it right now?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't really pay much of that shit no attention, bro. I think it's all a distraction. Every last bit of it. Bank One, all that, or Bank of America, all that bullshit. It's all bullshit. They gonna do what they want to do, man. That shit don't matter.
So what should we take heed and pay our true attention to?
Yourself.
Where I can agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about everybody on this panel and everybody listening. That's what it's about. You bettering yourself. And when you better yourself, it's everything else will pan out and be all right. But we too busy distracted by all this other bullshit. I mean, we on the panel talking about bullshit that we cannot do nothing about. I didn't even know who the fuck blackface was half my damn life. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't had no effect on me. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I just want everybody to know the strength is in you.
That was deep, bro. I agree with you.
Yeah, man. I was about to say that too. It's all a distraction.
I won $50 on the scratch off.
It's magnetism, nigga.
Right.
Hey, Knowledge. Hey, did you see that shit I sent you through Messenger and shit about that zombie deal shit, bro?
Zombie. I ain't even check it yet, brother.
That's some real shit going on, bro. If you could screen share that shit, they got videos of that shit too about these deals, bro. They got the disease, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. Like, man, like they really look like zombies and shit, bro.
What's that you over there cooking, Naughty? That's what I'm talking about. Bring some tranquility to the broadcast, brother. What's that you cooking, man?
Yo, a little tofu me I stir up, some veggies and things, some mushrooms, some peanuts, and I like to mix it, And then we have some fetching, some rice that bubble and some jasmine rice with some little chop up veggie things in it, It's still there. Can you smell it?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hey, I got my plate right here ready. Let me
Sure.
So what inspired you to make this dish tonight, brother? What the hell just happened? It always do that. It drops everybody.
Hey, Knowledge, that's a person you might want to have a one-on-one conversation with if he'll come out as darkness in the light, if you understand what I'm saying, man. He has a strong, I'm a confident ass Negro, whatever I call myself, but that dude got super knowledge. I'd love just to take a pencil and paper and hear him talk, even though I always debate with him.
Yeah. What just happened?
I don't know, because I dropped off just now. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, people might have dropped off, didn't even know it and shit. I mean, they can jump back. They can jump back in. You feel me?
Yeah. Huey, what up, brother?
Slow motion, man. Just listening in, man. It's rolling up.
All right, brother. If you want, man, you can express your sentiments on blackface too, brother. I welcome you to the panel and thanks for coming once again, brother.
All the time, man. It's always a pleasure, Lindsay. All with the brothers and shit, the usual suspects. You already know. I agree with Shoestrings, man. It's a big distraction, bro. All this shit is distraction. We need to focus on ourselves. At the end of the day, don't give none of this shit no energy. This shit is all trying to get us off of ourselves and get our energy on anything off of us. Period. and what we need to be doing for ourselves. Because the more that we can better ourselves, and if everybody is they best them, the world will be a better place. How the world can be a better place if everybody was in their best them?
Facts. But I was just like, I know I'm about to take it back, but that was a great conversation about to know yourself. You got to know the blackface and the celebration of your blackness, if that's the right word. Fuck it, I'll use that word. Just we need to understand before the 1600s, the so-called black people was great. With certain white people, we was a great people, and somehow, if the word slavery goes with it, but I could prefer to use POW, whichever way we put it, we failed, and certain people took powers. So really, they laugh behind our backs and they go to private schools. And a lot of people in these esoteric or dark religions will put on the black face, and it's not really the black face. It's to put on a secondary darkness to let you know that, you know what I'm saying, you imitating somebody else that was great once upon a time. I digress off that one.
Shit, we great now. You feel me? We was great then. We great now. We the best at every fucking thing. What I mean, we, just you. You can be the best. I don't think can't nobody be a better me than me. If I ain't the best at nothing else, I'm the best at being me. That's a fucking fact. I don't think I can do a better root word. I don't think I can be a better knowledge upright. I don't think I can do y'all better. You feel me? So
That's
it's just
a fact.
about tapping into yourself, bro. At the end of the day, man, there ain't nothing new up under the sun. Motherfuckers had low self-esteem back in the days. They got low self-esteem now. Tomorrow, motherfuckers still gonna have low self-esteem. Then you gonna have a motherfucker who they like me, bro. I swear, motherfuckers look at me and be like, "Why you up so much?" Even I've looked at some people and be like, "Why you smiling and shit? You don't know the day is fucked up." Like we steady sitting on here on these channels, prepare for all of the worst. The world gonna come to an end. The pole shifting. We gonna get attacked. The 5G gonna come out and we gonna get goddamn tricked by demons. This, that, and the third. What is it gonna come? When are we gonna fucking start manifesting some good, powerful shit? Like shit, bro. The road's gonna turn gold. It's gonna be butterflies everywhere. We gonna be flying. Money gonna go away. The government gonna shut down and ain't never gonna shut down, and everybody gonna recognize their power, and everybody gonna be at peace and harmony. They say we couldn't do it, but we did it. They say we weren't gonna have a black president. We had never lived to see one. I know for a fact, before 2000, when the Y2K was coming, Armageddon, New World Order, the world coming to an end. 2010, hey man, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit is scare factor, man. This shit is all fear factor. Fuck that shit, bro. Man, get out tomorrow. Go look at you $1 million house. Go drive you a motherfucking $1 million car. If that don't make you happy, go get on the goddamn bike and ride the fucking breeze. If that don't make you happy, go lick you some pussy. If that don't make your ass happy, go shoot you some dice. If that don't make your ass happy, go kill yourself. And they're like, man, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, man.
Don't go kill yourself. Nobody listening do that. I didn't mean that literally. Anybody listening. But all I'm saying is, man, find something that say fuck work. I know tomorrow's Sunday. Fuck Sunday for the next week. Don't nobody go to work. Take all the days off so you can find something to enjoy your motherfucking self. Read a book. Read a motherfucking book. Whatever it is, man, find something, man. Stop. Don't watch no news. Don't watch none of their weather. Don't worry about the president. Don't worry about no vaccines. If the world gonna come to end tomorrow, you ain't gonna know today. We ain't gonna know a week ahead of time that the world is coming to an end. This bitch just gonna be over. If you die tomorrow, the world that you knew is over.
Right.
Man. God damn, this shit don't make no sense, man.
Man, that's all I was trying to say too, fam. Just like they quit letting them have that hit us with the bullshit. That's all I was trying to say. Say just what y'all saying right now, dog. That's my whole point. Like all that shit is fuck shit. Everything they're saying is lies, bro. That's all I was trying to say. And I was just trying to explain why it's fuck shit. Why we shouldn't worry about no goddamn blackface. Why we shouldn't worry about that shit they're doing this and doing that, and just try to make y'all aware of the tactics that they're using against us. That's all I was trying to say, man. But I'm glad y'all it's still curved back around. So I just need to learn how to just fall back and let things just play out how it play out without trying to like reprove a nigga rebuttal. Cause nigga like me, you make a rebuttal, I'm just like fuck it. Okay, you don't believe me? All right, I just stop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't used to trying to prove shit. You know what I'm saying?
You good, family. Just learn, just know when we are on here building, the only way to hear somebody out is to hear them out. You ain't gonna even know what you trying to rebuttal if you talking over them. Always give somebody their space, man. Respect their space. Meaning they space, that mean they physical, they voice, they thought, they being. You gotta let them have their space, enough space where they can be their space. You feel me? You gotta let
I feel what you're saying, but okay. So I was just okay. So right now I'm breaking you. I'm cutting in. My bad. I ain't trying to cut in. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you crowded my space. My space was already vibrating. I was already in a place of going with my space. So let me finish my space, and then when I let my space go, I'll be like, boom. There it goes. It's time for somebody to invade the space. That's how we have to watch. And then I don't want to invade your space, and that's how you should be able to do. Period in life. You don't let nobody else.
I'm gonna ask you now. Can I invade your space right now? Can I ask you a question now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask you now. The same thing that you said to me, it sounds good because a pair of lips will say anything. But you got to think about the reality of what actually happened. Okay, and what actually happened is you invaded my space, sir. Let's not forget that I was the one that started out the topic of the conversation, sir, and you invaded my space, and you forced me to have to try to defend my space. That's what happened. And in the midst of doing that, you overcrowded my space. And so obviously you felt like it was your turn to take the wheel, I guess. But I wasn't finished turning yet. You made me crash. And, you know, that's all I'm saying. But I do understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is just make it a reciprocal thing, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
A give take situation for sure. I'm a respect your space and you respect mine. You feel what I'm saying? That's how we got to be out this motherfucking period, especially on these channels. The same thing that you were saying that the stereotypes is what we was displaying. So they don't be wrong about some of these stereotypes, but some of they shit be dead on. Just like we dead on about the things that we stereotypical think about people when we looking at it, because what you looking at don't lie. You feel me?
Exactly.
I know we like chicken. That ain't no fucking lie. It ain't a stereotype. It's the truth.
That's right. That's why I was trying to explain to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, that's what they use it against us. You see what I'm saying? In the example, when I gave you the example of that's what we were doing right now, is doing the stereotype. That's my example of trying to let you know that I'm above the stereotype of shit. I was trying to point out how easily it works. I was trying to get to a point of understanding with you. You know what I mean? That's all I was trying to get to. I don't do rebuttals, because if I say something out my mouth, it's a fact. I don't speak on opinions and everything, and I'm willing to back mine up. I believe in show and prove. You understand what I'm saying? So you be like, hey, my nigga, I disagree with the fuck you just said, nigga. You need to let me know how the hell I need to how I need to look that up to figure out to prove what you saying, fam. You know what I mean? And I can understand. I can stand the straight. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not
gonna agree with you, even if I was wrong by saying I disagree with you. You feel me? That mean you can show me something. I'm just disagree. A disagreement don't mean that you was just wrong. I just don't know. I'm unsure about
it. And that's when you got to give me the place to be able to explain it to you after that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, brother, I disagree with what you just said on this point. And then that's what my job come in at, to explain to you why I say what I'm saying. And then if you still disagree from where I get my information from, or whatever the case may be, and then we have to agree to disagree on that. You know what I mean? But you can't say I disagree with you, and then you can't prove why you disagree with me. You see what I'm saying? That's not fair. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just like you making a rebuttal just to make a rebuttal. You see what I'm saying? Because the main point is that even if you stopping me on examples, you see what I'm saying? You're not stopping me on the main idea of what I'm trying to paint. You know, you're not saying the main idea of what I'm saying is that blackface came from them so doing the stereotypical stuff and all that kind of stuff. So that means I would think you would agree that they're using this kind of stuff to blind us, like I was just saying. It's made for distraction. And that's all I was trying to say, that we need to quit going for the distraction, using the example of T.I. going against Mayweather and all this kind of stuff, and all the celebrities and everybody talking about it in a negative way against one another, saying who cooning and who not cooning. But when we understand what coon actually is, when we go to the symbolism of it, like I was trying to get to a point to show more examples, when you look at the picture of coon and you go to images and you see the man with the C or whatever, the C is like the all-seeing eye, if you pay attention. And the two circles for the word coon is actually representing the eyes, okay? And if you look at the fat man with the hat on, that's the top hat that Brother Sanchez always be talking about. So that's showing Papa Lekba and stuff like that. So I was trying to get around to that kind of stuff, let y'all know it's way deeper than what we seeing. If you look on the man with the top hat, the big fat man on the picture with Beyonce, you can see that a piece of his eye is out, and he got one eye closed, showing the all-seeing motherfucking eye, fellas. So it's this shit way deeper than what we realize. And then like one piece of his eyeball got like a pie, a slice missing out that shit. Like it's like a pie missing or some shit. You remember when Brother Sanchez was showing the Pac-Man and all that shit, and how we saying the electromagnetic field go. That's how the man motherfucking eye look, fellas. And you look on the goddamn image. So I was like, goddamn, what this shit is way deeper than what we realize. So that's why I was trying to use the other stuff just to give a background information on how the shit go, that he even goes way back to King James too. So I was just trying to tie everything together, just let y'all know overall that everything that shit is really meant to be something good, but they've vilified and devilified the shit and Satanized the shit to make us look like savages and all that shit. That's all I was trying to say. That it's a tactic they use against us, and it's still being used against us right now in Hollywood with the misappropriation of black people, putting us into one box. That's all I'm really trying to say.
Okay, yeah. Cool. I feel you, brother. Root, brother, you want to come back in?
Oh yeah, I'm chilling. I just was sitting back. You know what I'm saying? You know, I couldn't hit the thing. I just don't want to think everybody be thinking that I'm like.
Bro, we ain't worrying about that. Come back in and build your points. Go ahead.
But on what subject though? You know what I'm saying? Because I was all over the place too. I was guilty of being in my emotions too.
All right, what we belliviate about now?
Oh, you talking about like the Bible and everything we was talking about?
No, blackface, bro.
Oh, okay, my fault. I'm tripping. Well, yeah, blackface, my fault. Yeah, just my opinion of it. Blackface is just the Ivy League colleges. When y'all hear all them so-called white people being like, "No niggers allowed," that's blackface. When you hear people call Latin American language dog Latin, and when all these like people like Drake, Jay-Z, and all these people y'all see in blackface, it ain't just white people. It's like you have to go through this.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I heard you say no niggas allowed. So I want to talk about something that happened in my state in Greensboro at a diner with some college students. They actually went and sat in, and they would not serve them college students. I mean, I don't know if you know about it, but it's actually it's history. So if you can expound upon that, when black people had to sit in the back of the diner or on the dirty side of the diner just to get served, and it was somewhere it said it was whites only. So let's talk about segregation and all that also, because we want to be able to connect all these things. Because when I hear some of you brothers talk, and Root, when I hear you say, man, it's like it comes in like it didn't exist. And I'm like, segregation and desegregation, that shit was very relevant and prevalent and very prominent in the 1930s, 1940s, 1930s, 1950s, World War I, World War II. There were abundant situations going on in Los Angeles, going on in Nevada, going on in Georgia, going on in Alabama, Mississippi, all these times during the Civil Rights Movement. That's what they called it back then. So could you please expound upon them things too, brother?
Yeah, when I say it didn't happen, I'm gonna say it one more time. It didn't happen, but I'll feel you though. Just some of us, we forget that we just 5 to 6 years into this, and we think everybody is caught up on the tricks that the so-called system played on us. But if you can look at my screen real quick, if you can see my screen, it'll show where people think that the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, my fault. My fault. People think that the Ku Klux Klan is white people. Ku Klux Klan is a law that was made after the Civil War when the so-called white and black Indians went to war with each other. And then the Freemasons and the Masons was made. And they came up with secret societies. Here it is right here. It's the Enforcement Act, Civil Rights Act of 1871, the Ku Klux Klan Act. They're together. Our brothers and them, they put on masks and they divide us and they take our writ of habeas corpus of our mothers. And a lot of us, that's what the so-called social construct of the black and white person is when you claim a Creon law. And a lot of us are just waking up to this. So I apologize for not bringing this up forth like everybody knew this information. They held this from us for a long time. And I'm in my 40s and I just learned this a couple years ago. So my fault for just saying it sometimes with confidence. I just know that a lot of our people have lied to us about a lot of things. I digress.
Any brother want to come off that statement? Booker T, what up, man? Go ahead and come back in, brother. Any one of you brothers?
Okay. I elaborate a little bit. You know what I mean? See, because we gotta understand, man. We gotta kind of like try to stick to the root of it if we can. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you were saying that about the black man wasn't able to do this and the black man wasn't able to do that and all that kind of stuff. You said didn't exist. You know what I mean? Okay, in some parts it didn't exist. You know what I mean? Some people were all black people. I see y'all using that word loosely now, so I guess I can use it too. All black people was not slaves at that time. You know what I mean? You also had free blacks, and they even show you that in the so-called slave movies and all that kind of stuff. That you had people buying their freedom. You know what I mean? And you had people in the North that was free and they was black. You know what I mean? People trying to get to the North to be free. So we can't just put it all and say all black people were slaves. We understand that that's not the truth with the facts they even telling us. You know what I mean? So no one's saying that everyone was slaves. Okay? And then we understand more about this coon stuff. When you look up what the symbolic meaning of coon, you know what I mean? You will see that it means a spiritual animal and all that kind of stuff. And then when you look at when you go back into the civil rights and all that kind of stuff, after civil rights and all that, you had a thing called the Whig Party. And the Whig Party's logo was a raccoon at one point. Okay? So you have to understand when the North and the South got into their little war, they couldn't agree about this so-called slavery thing. When they say the real fact was that black people were so wealthy and the North wanted to do business with blacks. They wanted to include us with them and their business structure and to start doing business with us because of segregation.
Oh, you're speaking in reference to Black Wall Street. Now we have Black Wall Street.
No, sir, absolutely not. Wait a minute, you cut me off. Oh, okay. Sorry, that's not black knowledge. You can do that. Remember, it's your show. But I'm not referencing to like Black Wall Street when I'm saying this. You know what I mean? See, because the Black Wall Street derives from the people that came, the black people that came with the Indians in the Trail of Tears. You know what I mean? Which was going on doing all these date references that the other guy was just talking about doing the 1930s and 20s and the 50s and all that. We understand that Black Wall Street was going on in 1920s. You know what I mean? So that lets you know all black people wasn't poor, first of all, you know what I mean, at all. You know what I mean? We had structure, but they wanted to paint a picture as if we didn't. They want to paint a picture that we didn't. We never had nothing, and that we was always on our ass not doing shit. You see what I'm saying? To keep us from coming together and doing the shit again, because that's what we headed towards, whether we like it or not. We headed towards that way, and they know we are. You know what I mean? So they trying all their little tactics they can.
Which we already heading towards.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're headed towards the way of unification, the way of love, the way of understanding of what's really going on, the way of unveiling the illusions and delusions. We are headed towards the understanding of the trickery that they're placing upon us.
I disagree because you got a lot of brothers that are lost right now.
I just okay. I
can't see that. I can see a small collective group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Rising up above that. But then again, man, the masses are confused. People are
right. I understand that.
They see and their upbringing every day. So I can't just say, man, it's people riding towards unity because I see the divide every day. That's just my opinion.
What I'm saying is, I guess what I'm really saying is, brother, that I know that you know about frequencies and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we were talking, you were trying to elaborate, you was elaborating on it last time I was talking to you. So we got to remember about the root of things, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. So when I say that we are moving toward that way, I don't necessarily mean us as individual consciousness. I'm saying, like, we understand that the earth is one man's consciousness in itself. Okay, and the earth itself, when they call this the so-called the ozone layer is going away and all that kind of stuff. Now we are moving higher into I don't know, I don't really want to just put a word on it or whatever, but I'm kind of paraphrasing the idea of what I'm trying to say. But we're going higher into consciousness, so to speak. You know, when I say consciousness, like higher towards the top of the troposphere. Okay, see, because we understand about the different layers of the atmosphere, we'll understand what each part do. Okay, you got the troposphere, you got the stratosphere, you got the mesosphere, you know, all that, they do certain things. They do different things, okay? And so once we understand those kind of things, then maybe y'all understand a little more what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So they do a little research on that kind of stuff too to see what I'm saying. But we're moving higher into that.
When you start bringing in the troposphere, the atmosphere, and all of this, what are you trying to say?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to say that we're moving higher into that is what I'm trying to say. We're moving higher to that you know, because you know, we know that technically that you know, with how you move towards the torus field, the top of the torus field, the energy is stronger. You see what I'm saying? Like the consciousness energy. I believe that the atmosphere and the air and all that kind of stuff, where we get our consciousness from. That's what I believe. So I believe we move higher towards that. We're moving to a more of a concentrated part of that. You understand what I'm saying? And
one more time, brother. I'm sorry. I'm live, everybody, but I gotta hit it one more time. Say it again.
Yes, sir. Okay. I believe that we're raising higher into consciousness. All right. And I believe consciousness is the electromagnetic field. Okay. And
I'm not going to go that far.
But okay.
I mean, like I said, bro, I studied quantum physics and I understand electromagnetism, but like I have conflicting interests with that.
Okay, I have a question
out there to everybody. You know?
Let me ask you a question then, Knowledge Rising, about it to see if we can come to a mutual agreement of what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna ask you, where do you think like information like come from? You know, do you reference like
information is embedded?
Let me re-elaborate a little bit so you can understand what I'm really trying to say. Do you understand about the chakras and stuff like that? Do you agree or ascribe to anything like that?
Yeah. I understand it.
Okay, but do you ascribe to it to where you can agree to, like, you think consciousness in the crown chakra?
Yeah, I agree with it.
Okay, so understanding that this, I think, me personally, through observation or looking at pictures and all that kind of stuff, and through my personal observation, that this energy comes through the top of your crown chakra. Okay,
but you only let your energy out.
All chakras, if you ask me.
So but the only way to get your energy out is through your spirit, and your spirit is your breath, because that's like the only way thing that has like radioactive.
Your spirit is your breath. Understand what I'm saying though?
Okay, hold on, but if you only speak in English, my fault, I did cut you off, brother.
No, go ahead. Say your point, man.
Yeah, this is getting interesting. Go ahead, Root. Go ahead, Root.
Nah, cut him off though. Go ahead, brother. Keep building, so I won't let you forget, bro. I apologize.
Well, I'm not gonna forget. I think you were gonna say something towards what I was saying, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, when you talk like in English is like really talking on a metaphysics, or when you're talking in your chakra, it's not going to give you the true essence of a word, so you get an artificial or a negative tone or a negative word where it's going to keep your sound.
I see exactly what you're saying. You're right, and you're absolutely right, because you know what it's actually called is your energy vortex. It's not even really called a chakra. You see what I'm saying? So I like to reference it as an energy vortex. And the reason why they even reference it, period, is because that's how we receive the light rays from the sun. Because we know that the sun is like a white light. You see what I'm saying? And then we know that all the color spectrum comes also from that white light, but they said we can't see it. We only see it as white light. So, and then we know that when you if you just look up light spectrum, they'll show you the colors and stuff I'm talking about. But you know, it's like the rainbow colors, and it goes from the highest purple to the lowest red. You know what I mean? And each one of our chakras is supposed to represent each one of those colors. So when we stand outside and we receive energy from the sun, that's how the sun is really sending the light rays from the color aspect. You know what I mean? That's what's actually hitting you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you're absorbing. You know what I mean? So it's all about like the light, man. That's what it's all about, you know, at the end of the day. And we receive it through like we see the information part through observation, but I think we receive thoughts through your crown chakra. When you like always one with Christ, when you understand that, okay, I understand what's going on, that I understand that this voice that's talking inside of my mind is not really me, and that you can receive information from it. That's the whole point of meditation. When you sit and be still, is to receive information. You know what I mean? And once you receive the information, you actually do the work. You see what I'm saying, with your body. So basically, your body is basically like I don't want to say this I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way when I say it, because I don't mean like don't hope nobody on the spookism. But basically, your body is representing the serpent. You know what I mean, like Satan, the carrier of the light. You know what I mean, which is your spirit, like I was trying like refer to a little bit earlier. You know what I mean? Because and the reason why I say that, so people won't get too spooky about it. If anybody that look at the scriptures for any kind of reference, you know what I mean, is that, you know, when they speak about the flesh and they say we're not supposed to be fleshly or whatever, we're supposed to be spirit and all that kind of stuff. And then we understand that's what a human
now
is.
You speaking of reference to what?
When you reference the scripture,
you going all over the place right now. 100.
But when he say about that spirit, I gotta say, when he say about that spirit, but when he go all over the place, like the Bible, I'm just referring to goes right to the Bible. It says God, when he came as a spirit, then everything on the first page, God said.
Yeah, when I was in the Bible, though, my point was this about the Bible, when I was saying that everybody hopefully can ascribe to that the Bible speaks of the flesh as being a bad thing, is what I'm trying to say. The flesh is bad.
Yes, and I agree with that, because
okay, so that's all I'm saying.
Now, hold on, the flesh is a bad thing only because the body is a prison. Listen,
right? That's
I
all
believe you recycle.
You saying the
same thing? The Bible say that we're not against.
How do the chakras tie into the
Y'all
Bible?
saying the same thing I'm saying. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to let y'all know, man.
I'll say that.
We're saying the same thing. I think we're agreeing, right? Are we agreeing? We're agreeing that the flesh is technically
Akashic records.
Sir?
You know what I'm saying? Because when they say the flesh, that's because you gotta goddamn live this same bullshit life over and over, and you don't even know.
All I'm saying is that the flesh is reference to the thing that is not righteous with so-called spirit of God, is what I'm saying. That is in opposition with it, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to say your flesh is considered.
The Bible don't say that we have.
Now we're saying in opposition.
Yes.
To God. Now, which God are we in reference to? Because when you say God, people have.
When I say God,
God, I mean you can be building about.
Okay, I'll tell you what I mean. You want me to reference what I mean when you say clarify what I mean by God, right? Because people have different meaning of God.
Interpretation.
When I say God, go ahead. You trying to talk, man? Go ahead, man. You want me to tell you what God mean to me?
I believe I'm God.
Sir?
Tell me I'm not.
You say yes, you are. You possess the spirit of God. Yes, we all do.
It's impossible that we is God. We children of God.
We all are a fractal of God.
No man could ever be a God.
Okay, no man can ever be a God. You're right. Every man is a fractal of God. All of us as a collective, including the earth and everything that exists, is God. Whoever made the stars, the moon, the earth, the trees, the ground, that's God to me.
Oh, no, let me just say one thing.
No. The air, the ground, the trees, that is sacred. Water, that is sacred. Air, that is sacred. Now, if we
created it all, right?
About
anything with life in it.
Found about that. And then when I say I am God, you are telling me I'm not.
I didn't tell you that.
I said that. I said no man.
It doesn't sound like me, brother. That's all I'm saying.
It's just a debate.
I think every man is of God. There's a big difference between being God and being of God. You see what I'm saying? Like I am my mother and my dad.
But hey, we can't keep over talking each other, bro.
Well, who need to be talking then? Who need to be talking?
You had your turn, brother. Let knowledge talk real quick. You talk for, you know what I'm saying? Let knowledge build.
Bro, you can just tell me that, brother. That's all you gotta say. Like, no.
Oh, no, I'm trying to be rude. I don't think I'm trying to be rude.
You are being rude, though. Just tell me just
the last 10 minutes, bro.
I got you, bro. That's cool, right? It's cool. You understand what I'm saying? It's cool, fam. Like, y'all ain't got to be like that way with it. The man asked me a question about God. Well, I'm talking about God. But okay, cool, man. Go ahead. Nobody want to talk, man. I thought y'all just stopped me, man.
It's too much energy. I thought God was creator. That's all the force of God is. You can't put God outside of nothing but creation. So when like my brother said, knowledge was like the air. If you look in the Bible, the first page, God created the air, the trees, and all the stuff on the world, and God, the plural gods, created man and woman. So I'm not saying that you're not God. I'm just like, do we understand what definition of God are you coming from? Because I'm coming from the definition of creator. That's all.
Right. That's what I normally say when I speak of God, creator, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that though, bro. It say on the 6th day, it say on the 7th day, God rested in that he made. That's what he said. He rested in that he made. So obviously, all creation, he is inside of all creation. But most people even miss that part in the 7th day when he says this. So I'm clearly on the same level that you guys on when it comes to certain things like that, bro. You know what I mean?
No, I was talking about knowledge. He said that he was a God, and I was just debating.
See, but the thing about it is, he is halfway right. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't exist.
No, keep talking. Let somebody else talk, brother.
I thought you just said what you said. You said you were speaking of knowledge when he said it was God. I heard what you said. How did I overtalk you?
Going, brother.
Oh, I didn't know you was finna keep going. You made a statement. Cool. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. Again, you the one stopped me when I was talking, but go ahead. You ain't got nothing to say again, bro. Come on, man.
And when I was saying that all these people, I'm just like bringing up the subject. When we understand, we got the conception of God from English, the only language that we was taught from the first 15 years, unless we come from another country. So when we look at God, we got to go with the Bible or definition, which means God is creator, the first 7 days of creation. Unless you give me a reference where we can go somewhere else with it. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else.
I agree with you, bro. I said I normally call God the creator. So I don't understand like what we be falling off at, bro.
No, I was just debating with knowledge, though. I was just trying to get knowledge turned up a little bit. That's all. I'm just you know what I'm saying? I just give a different opinion.
I thought we were trying to learn something.
Yeah, you like to play words. You like to play words semantics.
I'm trying to open up people's brains to that every time.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Come on, man. God damn, man. This shit bigger than this shit, man.
Get mad because I'm trying to go with the scripture. See, y'all trying to go with the
nation. I just gave you a whole scripture, bro. Me, like you say, you going with the scripture.
30 seconds without you cutting me off, brother.
Come on,
please,
man.
30 seconds, brother. 30 seconds. I don't need to keep talking. Okay, look, all I'm saying is y'all keep saying that I'm playing semantics. No, I'm going right to verses. And everybody running from verses.
Who ran from verses? I just gave you a verse personally. You making loose statements, dog, but you want to talk. You got to be right about what you're saying. You making loose statements. I just gave you a
creator now after that.
I referenced the scripture, brother.
Are you a creator? Are you a
creator?
I
agree with you. We
Are
creator.
you a creator?
I agree with that. You know
Are you a creator?
I am a creator. We create every day, bro. Every day we create. We are of God. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm a creator.
The reason why I say of God and I don't say that I am God. I'm gonna tell you
somebody else fucking talk, bro.
Bro, you is talking, bro. Then y'all say you can fucking rebuttal, bro.
Damn.
You fucking say that. That's what fucking rebuttal is, nigga. Rebuttal or you can't, nigga. If that's the case, I'm supposed to be still talking.
Shit.
I'm agreeing with you, fam. I'm agreeing
y'all
with you.
Niggas talk
I'm
too
trying
much.
to get to the. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying
Even
to
if you
keep
came
talking
to
at
a
all,
conclusion
bro.
on what y'all were talking about, like
Again,
what's
man, I know what I was talking about. I know. I ain't forgetting what the
he's still
thing
fucking
is.
talking. Let somebody else talk, man.
Again, bro, like that disrespectful the way you coming in. This man said that y'all lose the topic, and I say I'm on the topic, bro. I'm talking about what he's saying, bro. Come on, man.
Man, y'all niggas too smart for me, man. I'm gonna fall back, man.
Like, y'all niggas this, y'all niggas that. It ain't y'all niggas nothing,
man. Everybody
man.
should
Wait. We're gonna stop with the name calling.
That's what I'm saying, fam. Like,
no, you said nigga like 5 times, and you talking about that's what you saying, man.
I ain't said no nigga.
We gotta stop the name calling, man.
Bro. I ain't call nobody no nigga, bro. Rewind the tape, man. I ain't call nobody no nigga, man. Now time.
Who said nigga? Was that Root that said nigga?
I apologize.
Man.
I won't say it.
Man. It's all good, man. I'm just trying to I thought we were trying to go somewhere
feel
with
like
something, man.
cutting me off, bro. God damn.
Well, you weren't just talking when I started talking, man. What you doing? When I just started talking, you was not talking, man. Hey, knowledge rising, man. You orchestrated, man. Whoever you want to talk, let knowledge rising tell who need to talk, man.
Yo, Root, we understand you getting your point across. We understand everybody getting their point across, and I appreciate all you brothers expressing your sentiments. You know what I mean?
Yes, but please respect each other.
Yeah, already. Q, we go ahead, brother. I see you unmuted your mic. Go ahead and build.
Yo, what up? Can I talk a little bit?
You're not gonna say nothing. Go ahead, Truth.
Man, what's up, man? Hey,
peace,
man,
bro.
Peace, bro. Hey, man, let's get up off this this whole whatever topic we was talking about, man, because it's too sensitive, and I feel like we ain't really going nowhere, man. Did y'all see that news?
Yeah, we didn't go nowhere with this.
Yeah. Y'all
we
did
not go nowhere with this.
Can I get in the panel?
Hey, did y'all see that new y'all seen that zombie disease shit, bro? It's a nigga got a video on YouTube, bro. I posted in the back chat, man, or like one of them close up with like, dang, scared of you or shit, man. They look like zombies for real, bro. And now they talking about some man that like that shit could be transferred over to humans and shit, bro.
Yeah, I watched that shit, bro. It was fucked up. It looked like it had rabies or something, maybe. But like it had like a bunch of sores on it, on its back and shit, and on its like mouth. I couldn't make it out that well. I want to rewatch it to see. But it kind of like, I don't know. All I could think of was it had some fucking rabies or weird shit like that.
Yo, they fucking up the ecosystem, man, and we're not really seeing what's going on right in front of we arguing about these little petty things, but not the real things. We need to be coming together and uprising against the status quo. We fighting amongst each other about simple things. Who mind is bigger than who mind? Who got more knowledge of what? All this history shit. History is gone. You talking about you're gonna learn some past? You're gonna learn something from the past? Ain't no one ever learned nothing from the past, because every time you learn something from the past, it's the knowledge of the past, and you end up getting taken over. You end up losing rule. You end up losing command. So and you end up following subjective to someone else's rule who took some knowledge from someone else's past to overrule you. All this knowledge want to be bigger than the next one? I don't understand it. Why can't we come together and try to figure out a cure to this crazy deer disease? You understand what I'm showing you? I don't know. But I listen in. It's a good subject. I listen in. The fight is interesting. The fight is like WWE. You know what I mean? The new version. But hey, keep it going. I being entertained now.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fight, brother. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying to come on no fight, man. I ain't trying to fight. I'm just trying to explain what I was trying to say. That was it, man. You know, but I was trying to and clear up anything, questions anybody had when they stopped me with a question. So I was just trying to explain that. You know what I mean? What I meant by what I said and why I said what I said. And that was it. So I'm not going back and forth.
I was actually trying to get something off of what you was building on the blackface, because I thought that's the subject we was on. But if you could. It was interesting, but you know, just too much taking it on a belief system and someone fighting that belief. Don't fight it. Let him explain on what he's trying to get through so I can learn, and then let me find some holes in what he's saying so I can attack that with questions. Not
right.
Somebody got something to say. I left my wife right there. She want to build.
Peace, family. We're gonna have to get off this live. But I just wanted to build with you, brothers. I love what y'all doing. I love HOTC. I watch all of y'all. I try to follow as many channels as I can. I love the way y'all build and the way y'all, you know, done bless me and my husband to even have this platform and be able to do what we all do. I just want y'all to respect each other. Damn, everybody ain't got to be so mad. Like, it's peace and love around here. Like, let people get their opinion out. Everybody ain't gonna agree, but we can agree to disagree. And I just want to spread the love, and I want y'all to keep building. I enjoyed the show tonight. All you brothers was great. I want to say one thing to one person, and it's Booker T. You had a great point, brother. But like I tried to express the knowledge a little while ago, sometimes your message can be diminished. They all did have a great point. But your message can get diminished in how you bring it across. Let people disagree with you. That's why you have panels. That's why you have debates. That's why you have platforms like that, because everybody not going to agree with the way you think of things or the way you live your life. But you get an understanding of what the other person got going on. So I just wanted to say that, bro. I loved you. I loved everything you said. And that's what my comment was. You blank, but you won't let other people speak. It's okay for people not to agree with you. But I love y'all, HTOC. Peace to Huey P. Truth. All of y'all, thank you, Knowledge, for even letting me speak this. But we got to get out. We got to bail out. We got to go ahead and endure life. I'm ready to go. He got to go feed a chick.
It's NBA All-Star Weekend in my city, man. We going to fuck around, go somewhere.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, man. It's NBA All-Star Weekend in my city. I appreciate everybody that came in and engaged in this live panel, and shout out to the chat, the best chat on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on my Walking Dead jacket for y'all.
Boy, get your members on.
Putting on my Walking Dead. Great build. Thanks for letting me up here, Knowledge Uprising, man. Keep this knowledge going, bro.
Already.
What's up, Knowledge?
Sir, Drop. What up? Now look. I can keep the panel rolling, but I'm about to roll out. It's All-Star Weekend. If you brothers want to goddamn run the panel and you want to stay live, we can. Or if y'all just want to jump to the back chat, we can, because Sir Drop, you have yet the same thing. You just came in. So, like...
And salute to Sir Drop.
Hell yeah, Sir Drop, he got there going in. Goddamn. Yo, where my Charlotte had it?
Oh, you about to go quicker.
Hey, don't be out there shooting on threes and shit.
Already.
Okay.
I know Hanks had that Panthers hat. For real.
Don't act like you ain't got both.
No, fuck that. Oh, she don't put the camera on her.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all be safe out there.
You already know. Hey, so what you brothers want to do? Y'all want to hit it?
We want you to go on and hit that link so we know how to work, and you can let it run. Blessing like Empress. Give that queen.
Say that again. What you brothers want to do?
Yeah, I was giving your queen some respect, you know. Give thanks for she showing on the showcase here.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Coming down the catwalk to show off her skills, you know. Yeah, you can leave it running, my boy. It's all good.
So you want me to leave it running?
Yeah.
I'm expecting about an hour, so I don't know if you brothers are gonna still be building it in an hour. But
yeah, we'll be fussing and arguing.
And I'm about to join the hangouts through Screaming Tigers Club, my other channel.
All right.
If y'all want to keep it going. If not, I can end it. How you, brother?
Go ahead and keep it rolling for us, bro.
We about to run your electric bill up, bro.
Oh, shit. So my ass tag season. Shit, we still got to pay a bill. Man.
That's it. Fuck them bills. They'll get paid. Y'all about this All-Star Weekend, man. Worry about them bills Monday.
Yeah.
Look at damage control.
All right, y'all. I'm about to mute my mic. I'm about to hop in through my other channel, man, because we about to hop in the car.
All right, man. Shit. So y'all was saying something about now. What I feel about the Creator and God is this: it's two different things. It's not even the same. It's not even the same thing. So you can never be the creator, or you can be part of a creation, but you can't. The Creator is everything. We just humans. You got birds, you got air, you got tree roots, you got budding flowers, you got cocoons, you got all kind of shit that make the Creator. We just a part of that shit, like a cell to a whole thing that's going on. That's how I feel about the Creator and all that.
Hey, Sir Drop. Hey, let me interject real quick. Hey, Booker T.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm gonna say something real quick, bro. Like, I wasn't directing none of my questions towards you, bro. You know, that's why I kept trying to tell you when you kept cutting me off. Like, my issue wasn't with what you were saying, and I ain't mean to cut you off when I did. But the fact of the matter is that it's certain shit that when it's said, we can't just sit back and let that shit pass over our head like we didn't hear that. And I heard something that wasn't sitting well with me, and I had to ask that brother to make sure that I heard him right. You feel me?
I understand.
And you know, man,
I just assuming that you're talking to me because I was the one talking. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I'm listening for what you. Because when I ask questions, I'm really asking questions to get clarity. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm listening for. I'm like, damn, you really got a question about what I'm saying. You know,
this the thing, right? This the thing with me right here, bro. Like, I can sit back and listen to, you know, speculative talk and all that with everybody. I do it myself from time to time too. That's not a thing. But it's just certain things that if I hear it, I'm sorry. I got to make sure I heard that shit right. And now I want to know how you came to that information and shit. And it wasn't you that I was directing my question to. That brother sat on here and said that he's a direct descendant from the bloodline of King James. And then he said he come from the tribe of Mary, Jesus' mother. Now I'm sorry. I couldn't just I try not. I know me questioning him to some might seem petty, but look, family, at certain times you gotta put your foot down and stand on some shit. And when some shit like that come past, man, I just can't let that fly over my head. I gotta ask questions on that. And I was just want to let you know that my energy wasn't directed towards you and no shit like that.
I understand, man. All I was saying was that I just knew that it was gonna take it left. That's all I was saying. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't even my main point I was trying to make. That's all. You know what I mean? So that's all I was saying. That's why I was, you know, it's all good though, bro. You know what I mean? It's all good, man. You know, I just gotta just learn how people rock. That's all. You know what I mean? Like the girl said that I do have the tendency to, you know what I'm saying, to maybe like not let a person interject in a correct way, but it's like when I'm looking for an interjection, it gotta be, to me, it should be something to related to what I'm saying, and you got to give a person the opportunity to clarify what they're saying. That is what that's how I do things. So I just can only respond to y'all the way I want somebody to respond to me. You see what I'm saying?
You was right though. You was right though. I did cut you off, brother. That's why I tried to put that out there when y'all was going back and forth. I tried to get in between and let it be known, like, yeah, you know, you was right. I cut you off. And that was the reason why he even got engaged in the conversation, was because I cut you off and I asked him that question. So y'all both was right on the aspect of that. And you know, I apologize about me interjecting on that, but like I said,
it's all good, man.
Yeah, you
ain't gotta apologize, bro. Like, we just live and we learn. We just keep pushing, dog. Because it's all about spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? We know it's all about energy, dog. So I like me. Like, you know, people can have like, you know how people say, man, somebody just pissed me off. You see what I'm saying? But but you got to understand, like, yeah, you might have the right to be mad and punch somebody in the face or whatever the case, but you got to think about how it's going. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about how it's going to affect your energy. You see what I'm saying? That's how you got to think about the shit. You see what I'm saying? So
ain't none of this stuff that we be talking about, even if I disagree with somebody, is to a point where I want to put my hands on nobody, because we brothers.
No, that was just an example of what I'm saying as far as like how people can take your energy from you and how you got to learn how to ignore it. See, that's what I'm saying. I could have been on the fact when he said I'm from King James, I'm from Mary. I was like, what the fuck? But it was, you know, I just wasn't finna bite on it. You see what I'm saying? I was like, man, I ain't finna go there.
Yeah,
That's finna take it to a whole nother shit.
Yeah, I'm
that
sorry.
I ain't trying to.
That's why I'm apologizing because I've been on it.
It's all
took
good
it
though. But you know, people had a right. See, once you really understand, people had a right to believe and feel how they want to feel. Once you make it all the way to the top, you see what I'm saying? You will understand that all of it is just a small part of a big picture. You see what I'm saying? So a person say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. All I'm gonna see is that all that shit came from what we call the Creator. Right. That's what it all came from. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it don't motherfucking matter which goddamn what you want to claim. To me, that shit petty. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn. All people came from the same damn way.
It put you in a box where you can't interact with other people in a different box.
Exactly. So I'm trying to take people out the box and put in the goddamn circle. Fuck the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the goddamn circle we dealing with, man. You know what I mean? So we gotta learn how to go 360. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you say, you gotta think outside the box and use that circle brain. Hell yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie, like some stuff that brother be speaking on, like I agree with him, but then he get to saying some shit that I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't rock with it. It ain't no disrespect, and I feel like he be playing semantics with words, bro. And
that was my problem, but you know we ain't gonna get stuck on him.
Like he cool, and I rock with a lot of shit that he say, but then when he start playing the semantic with words, I can't work with that shit, man. That shit be funny to me as entertainment now. And you know, it ain't no disrespect or nothing like that. But I'm just being 100 about it and shit. I know.
See, but peep this though, bro. And I ain't trying to cut you off because I understand
go ahead,
your
bro.
point about the
good, bro.
Yeah, put your seatbelt on.
So you got to understand about the semantics part, okay? With a person that when you talk to a person like that and they put semantics up, we got to think about the big picture again.
Calm down, brother. That's offensive, brother.
Go ahead. I ain't hear you.
What's up, Court?
I ain't hear you, bro. What happened?
What's going on, brother? How's it going,
so,
when
it comes to semantics, like people blocking things off and they get stuck on words, right?
Yo, Corey has just arrived and Third Drop has just arrived. Express y'all opinions and sentiments and expound about blackface.
No, I got a new sweater I'm coming out with. It's called Whiteface. It got a big ass nose.
Yeah, the whiteface is the clown. But the whiteface is the modern day clown. Shit.
And it is Ice Ape approved.
No, it's a white turtleneck. Look. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, these boys.
I feel about blackface. Here's what I feel. Here's what I feel, man. It was a little psyop they ran. They do this shit every like 10 years. And they wanna see, okay, let's say fuck the niggers, right? That's all that meant. But they also do it to every race. It's every race they get targeted with something. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see how the people react. But I'm mad that the people is reacting and fighting each other.
Facts.
Like, fuck T.I., fuck all them Hollywood motherfuckers and keep it 100. And fuck Gucci, because I'll never buy nothing Gucci regardless how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? Not because they made a black face thing. It's because I know they didn't make that shit for the hood, and I know we can't afford it. So what the hell I'm going to grab it for? I'll just be shitting on my fellow man next to me while he got on like a fucking $6 T-shirt from the gas station. And I got on this Gucci, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even feel right next to him, you know what I mean? So,
hey, Sergio, put your seatbelt on real quick. Let me interject, bro, because I agree with you on some real shit. Because you know what's crazy? This shit is like a psyop because here it is.
I'm not gonna lie, brothers. Tonight, I got on Gucci sweatpants. Now, am I wrong? like these shits cost $1,500.
Bro,
am I wrong for wearing Gucci sweatpants?
Somebody gonna hit your ass with a can of paint, bro.
Yo, I swear somebody gonna fuck up my Gucci sweatpants tonight, man.
Man, I'll rock that Gucci.
Yo, but I don't give a fuck, man, because man, I wear this shit just like True Religion and Vizu or Red Ape, anything that done came out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
this shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, but let me tell you how. Let me enlighten you on some other shit. Why I say Sir Drop right about this a psyop the way they pushing it, cause fuck the blackface. just a few years ago, it was an article put out and it was on Facebook and niggas saying it. Well, Gucci said he didn't like niggas wearing his shit. Why y'all ain't stop wearing that shit then? Niggas came out with a song, Gucci Gang and everything after that shit. Triple G belt, double G belts, all that shit. And they ain't stopped wearing it then. But all of a sudden now they want to push it out. And this was just a couple of years ago. So they do a psyop on all people. They even do it on white people. They gave them Obama. And they say how this shit reacted to this shit. And we seen that.
No, they gave them FUBU for us by us. And what they do, they ain't get they fucking pennies in a bunch. They just like, man, we ain't buying no fuck FUBU.
Right.
They ain't go all live like we're boycotting FUBU. No, they just like fuck FUBU. That's all we gotta say is fuck Gucci, but it ain't fuck Knowledge because he got on Gucci. It ain't fuck Mayweather because he got on Gucci. It's fuck Gucci straight out. Fuck Gucci, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wear some Gucci pants, a FUBU shirt, and a Tommy Hilfiger hat. Fuck them. I ain't saying it like that.
Bro, you come out with a FUBU shirt, I'm gonna roast the shit out of your ass, my nigga.
Don't come out with the FUBU.
Get your hey, fat Albert shirt wearing ass up.
I'm gonna have some dope man Nikes on. I'm gonna have the dope man Nikes. The starter jacket with playing with me. I'm gonna have the triple fat goose on, nigga.
That nigga gonna have the iceberg Buzz Bunny sweater and shit.
A platinum Fat Albert.
Hey, looking at boy.
Nigga, you gonna tie dye your shirt, nigga. You gonna cut your knees out your pants, nigga.
Yeah, nah. Man. Hey, but we gotta stop letting shit, man, divide us though, man. That's what a lot of this shit be put out there for, man, to divide us from seeing the bigger picture, man. That our strength is in numbers, man. And when we weed through the web of bullshit and division and shit, our strength can be so massive to the point where we can make that change that we all asking for and shit. But as long as we stay divided on simple-minded ass shit like clothes and what entertainers think and all this other bullshit, bro, we'll stay in the same predicament we gonna always be in. Well, a few can make it, and a lot more is left behind. And the fact of the matter is, a lot more that's left behind is usually the feeble-minded ones that's easily the motherfucking indulge in that shit and really believe it. And I hate to say it because I don't mean no disrespect to them and shit, but you know, man, we've been dumbed down for so many generations that, you know, it's laughable now and shit when you see, like, when you open up and start noticing the shit and you see how dumbed down people is, and it's like you don't feel like you ain't trying to shit on them, no shit like that. You actually feel bad for them. Like, man, Joe, like, how you can't see what I'm seeing and shit, you know, like, the shit is, like, right here in front of our face.
For sure. Hey, sidebar real quick, bro. Check this out. We doing all this. We got all this energy in the boycott right now, right? We got all this power. People are paying attention to Gucci right now. They're looking for somebody to tell them the right exactly thing to do right now because they in the uproar. What is the biggest thing that we can do to fuck up all of everything that we pissed off? Well, I'm talking about the school system, the police people, the fucking vaccines, Nassau, motherfucking Gucci, all the other brands, the food, motherfuckers, even us. We can fuck up everything. What is the one thing that we can do to fuck up everything?
We gotta add a branch to the government, bro, and control our own shit. That's how I'm looking at it.
No. I'm talking about what can we do.
The number one thing we can do, Huey, is come together, as Truth was saying, and just we got to drop the bullshit. The number one thing you can do to destroy the system is not have a need for it.
Okay, well, this is what I'm talking about. See, y'all there, but I'm like this. If we're going to boycott something, right, and flex the power of the people, right, we want to flex our muscle on the powers to be right now. How the fuck can we do it right now where they gonna be pissed off and they gonna want to kill every fucking body? What's the one thing that's gonna fuck them up and it's gonna make them all mad?
Spend no money.
We can all
money. Yep. There you go. The motherfucking money. If you boycott money, that's a ripple effect for every motherfucking brand, every motherfucking system, every motherfucking thing that's in line. We boycott motherfucking money. That means for a week, one fucking week. No, nothing moving. We ain't eating, we ain't spending no money, we ain't going nowhere, we ain't driving, we ain't watching no motherfucking TV. Don't turn your motherfucking lights on. Look outside. Look, man, look.
What you talking about, Willis?
What I'm talking about is a major boycott. I've been talking about a boycott for fucking the whole year. And now they boycott Gucci. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, look. If we boycott money, if we boycott just fuck everything, the whole system is the government already on the brinks of shutting down. We will shut this motherfucker down. Everything is going to be free. Nobody's going to work. If you going to work, man, we dragging your ass up out of there. Ain't no niggas working. Ain't no motherfucking niggas working. Ain't no crackers working. We whooping y'all motherfucking ass. Get y'all ass out the building, man. Fuck out the building. Fuck
you
y'all
right.
doing.
You right, Huey. And they're gonna have to. It can't just be. You can't just try to exclude. You gotta include everybody, man. That's hurt. You can't just exclude certain people. Like, man, we gotta come on a common ground. And we gotta really boycott this shit.
Y'all want to build a wall? All our amigos, we ain't going to work. We building everything around this bitch. Don't none of our amigos go to work. Don't no motherfucking body go to work. And we catch nigga working.
No work. And you know what'd be the best time to do it at the beginning of the school year. The reason why they want all them kids in school, because that's how much money they get from the federal government and shit based on the amount of kids that's actually at school. So we'll send these kids to school. Motherfucker, we don't work for a full fucking month until they come to the table with some real fucking some serious change. Yeah,
some real fucking solutions, some real thing. But we got to have the demands that we want. We want demands with these laws. If the motherfucking police don't know the law, they should not be fucking policing. If they not upholding the motherfucking law, they not should be policing. If the judge is playing the double part and all of these fake ass, man, we need to nip all that shit in the bud, man. Period, man. Ain't no fucking lick, man. I'm talking about that's how you nip all that shit in the bud. Period. But you gotta make these motherfucking people get down. These people got to get this lay down or get down or lay down situation is called for. Because if not, it's a game of chess. If not, they gonna make they move and push their law and all this other shit on motherfuckers. If we don't take the wind beneath our feet right now and people stop all this fucking talking, it should be a mass blast out on all the internet channels, on all the YouTube channels, Facebook, Twitters, everything on this such and such date. And it need to be a whole fucking month plan before that. We're going to give them a month that we're going to do it, and we're going to do it the month before that because they're going to think that they're going to stop us from doing it on the month that we're saying that we're going to do.
Facts, dog.
You can cripple the whole system by shutting down the trucks, the semi-trucks.
Man, you going to cripple the whole system by shutting down everything. Period.
And that right there will stop everything because can't no gas station give you no gas. And if the gas station can't give you no gas, ain't no clerk need to be there. Ain't no McDonald's gonna have no food. Ain't no Walmart gonna have no nothing. That shit rolls through the semi trucks. Period.
Right.
Quality carrier, transport services, all these little things. If you just touch on them, like man, don't y'all know y'all should be making about $100,000 a truckload instead of $14 an hour or $30 an hour, how much they make? They getting severely underpaid. If you can just open their eyes to the shit and they boycott, everything stops. You don't have because you can't get if I stop going to work tomorrow, if everybody on my shift stop going to work tomorrow, they're gonna bring in another shift because it's people up under me, people that's poor that'll make half of what I make and be happy as fuck to do it. You know what I'm saying? But the truck drivers,
that's why I said this for. This is for the poor motherfuckers because the poor
what he's
motherfuckers.
saying. Here's what he's saying. He
will gladly step
I
into the
understand what
place
he's
of
saying.
somebody like me.
I'm not going against what he's saying. I already know. That's just like it's always going to be somebody who always willing to go to work no matter what. You feel me? Because they gonna be like, shit, master. That's just like master. Oh shit, I'll go to work. They don't want to go out there and pick that cotton. How much you gonna give me a place to stay in, a roof to eat, or something to eat? And I'm going out there and pay. That's some good old me they ass, whoop their ass, snitching ass motherfuckers who we don't need. We need to weep their ass out.
Say we be right at the front door of the motherfucker, the company and shit, and whoop their ass right before they go in.
You want to take my job and the whole country boycott, bitch? We'll whip your motherfucking ass. Ain't no job for you to even get. They shit shutting down. They don't know. They can't even come in this bitch. How you gonna have the door open and we standing outside every corporation? Ain't nobody getting in this bitch. Hey, you talking about?
Hell yeah.
So basically, if the government can shut down, we can shut the fuck down too.
Fuck down too. If the government shutting down, bitch, we shutting down. If the government shutting down, we shutting down, bitch. Ain't nothing moving until we get what the fuck we want. And we talk about all the people and not no black movement because it ain't no black situation. It's the fucking people. Y'all ain't finna just pull the rug from up underneath our feet while y'all just doing what y'all doing and we just sitting in the back. Don't know what the fuck y'all planning on. Fuck y'all doing. We got some shit
for a
about
hippie movement.
Yeah, but here's the problem. There ain't enough people awake. This is what I've been trying to tell people. We're a very, very small percentage of the overall
we can't
people.
think that, man. We got to think that.
No, it's not about thinking it. It's the truth. This is why the people in the know, we have to.
That's when
systems
that shit
like this, we have.
Saying that, of course, I agree with you. I know it ain't that many motherfuckers out here working, but they tired of it. Just guess what? They already know that the system about to shut down. Them TSA folks don't want to go through all that shit again. They don't want to go through that again, and no telling how long them folks gonna be before they shut down. They don't want to go through that shit again. Somebody better come up.
They heard about the radiation. They heard about the shutdown, and them fucking idiots went straight back to work. People are dying. Some people, most, don't want to shut it down. They don't want to come out of that system. So we have to, as we are building a society within ourselves, whether we realize it or not, we have to work around these people. And I know what you guys, what the hell's wrong with you? I get it. But when you take 100 people and only 2 are awake, well, you're not going to force the other 98%. Those are the ones that will kill for the lie. That means they will kill you.
Right.
Those 2 people have to disappear and go, okay, we get it. I know how this works. We're going to go get ours. And as they start falling, as the other 98 start falling off the boat, we're going to be in the lifeboat picking them up. They're going to have an outlet to come to, and then we can scoop them up. But to go in there and be like, we're here. No, you're going to have everything aiming at you. There are
what
people.
You talking about with this?
Yeah, I know. drop, put your racing belt on. We're going for a ride. It's time that we start doing ourselves. And I've been screaming this and screaming it. And we are doing it. I just want to give props to everybody because we really are making shit happen. Everybody is. But we need to start doing, and that means amongst ourselves. We have to be that trial run. We have to show that it works. And when somebody's down and out, we need to help them out. Start building ourselves. Whether we got to go out and buy 10 acres somewhere, that's where the call it what you will. I don't want to say compound because it just comes out wrong. That's some white crap and it just doesn't go over well. But we need to start doing that. And we are. But we need to let other people know it is possible. I think there's a lot of people that want to jump in this boat, but they don't think it's possible. Man, that guy lives 2 states away. How are we going to they don't know how to do it. They want to, but they don't know how. We have to show them the way.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, you're right about everything you just said. We do need to find a way to stick together, man. You're right about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
we got to
do be leery about being 2-3 states away and all that kind of stuff. That is the trust factor involved. And people do want to get involved and help, but they don't see how they can do it. You're right, man. Everything you said.
You know what's the one main thing that stop us from the real people that need to really cause a revolution from rising up together?
No, I quit. Y'all go ahead.
Motherfucker.
Go ahead, man. My fault.
Drop. Do we have to put you back in a straight jacket? Put you back in the corner.
I think so, man. I think so.
No, the main thing is that we all got a perception of each other based on race. And that's the main fuck control that they put up on us that keep us down and keep them on top. You know, to think that everybody that's on top is all fucking white is bullshit. You gotta be fucking stupid to not know that it's some people of every fucking race that want to see everybody in their race at a certain level to keep the engine running for them to stay in the position that they in. So when the people down at the bottom start realizing that and coming together, you know, that's when shit gonna change. That's why you seen them go after the hippie movement, the fucking Che Guevara movement, the Black Panther Party movement. They went after all these groups at the same time. Why? Because these guys had real fucking alliances. And they was about a real fucking revolution. And the color didn't matter. If you was down for the people and for the betterment of the people and you got programs and shit written out with your organization that's good for the people and not changing one hand to another hand for somebody to still be in rule, they was rocking with you. And when they seen that shit coming, it wasn't about niggas and shit getting together and shit and Black Panther when they thought it was just all black people and shit. They ain't get no fuck about that. When they start seeing them holding meetings with the John Lennons and the White Panther movement and all the different Asian and Hispanics and they movements that they had for revolution and these guys was connecting and united, that's when they realized like, oh, this shit gonna be a problem. We gotta shut this shit down, nip this shit in the bud now. And that's what they did. They went out to all the organizations. You know, like, yeah, we see, you know, the Black Panther members and shit all locked up. But you gotta understand, there's a lot of white political prisoners still locked up from those days as well, too. So once we get that divide up out of our mind that they implanted in us and shit, man, we can really make something beautiful happen, man.
And look, Truth, what it was doing, that hippie movement, it was connecting the white people with the Rastas. It was so much unity involved, like it was the Cheech and Chong type people, and you had the Rastas, and they was all coming together. So they diverted it with the hip hop movement to divide it back out into, okay, guitars, this, that, and the third, y'all go in that section. Bibbidi bop rap stuff, y'all go in that section. They divided us again, but everybody was coming together like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's what they wanted to break that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I worked for a company that did some foul shit, and I riled everybody up, and I said, listen, you guys gotta understand, the people always have the power. We walk tomorrow morning, they won't have a choice but to come to us. Oh, Court, you got it, brother. We with you. Well, come tomorrow morning. Me and one other dude walked out. I started calling people. I said, what the fuck? Because we quit. So we're done. We're not doing this no more. Court, we got families, man. You know, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you in the heart. The heart ain't going to help me. So I realized something right then and there. If I would have had something for them to go to, if I would have had a company set up and said, tomorrow we're walking and here's where we're going, they would have said, screw. That's what I was talking about. Ain't nobody going to leave the plantation because it's feeding their families right now.
Hey, Court, you right. You right on that, bro. But let me let you know something, though. Even if we set something up for people to come to, that racial stigmatization between folks will still be there. And we'll just be leaving the system. And it will cause chaos because that divide will come. It is still amongst us. So we'll have to break that as well. You know, I don't want nobody coming with me that still has stigmatizations and shit about somebody because of their race or their color. You feel me? And it's fucked up because we arguing over crayons, my nigga.
Here's how we could kill them, though. Hey, here's how we could kill them.
Sidebar, man. Sidebar. Got another sidebar for y'all, man. Let me ask y'all this, bro. Let me ask y'all this.
Damn.
I know the fear factor be. A lot of people, we got families, shit, kids and things of that nature that we need to feed, keep roofs over their head, things of that nature, right? All right. Mm-hmm. We know that this food really ain't no good, right? Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers don't even eat half the food that they putting out here for us to eat.
Facts.
Right? So if we don't go, whether we go to work or go to eat, go to do nothing or not, this food is being produced. Y'all figured out what I'm saying? Farmers is still out motherfucking moving shit. It's certain shit. Water is still gonna be produced. We still gonna be able to rain. They're not gonna be able to stop us from getting water. It's all different type of things that they just told us so far from it. They said we can't drink rain, but when it rains, I go outside and I can put my mouth open and I wet my lips. Like,
we can physically do that shit, Huey. But look at it, Huey. Hold on, listen. Listen. I'm giving you the mic, but listen. Is we mentally ready to be living under raindrops? Now listen. Physically, we know we could just say fuck the system. Mentally, you got a 3-year-old looking at you like fuck what you talking about, that.
No.
Did you just say a 3-year-old, bro?
Yeah, that nigga's starving. You running through a trail, man. You trying to build a tent.
3-year-old
looking at you.
The 3-year-old is going off with your lead. The 4-year-old, the 5-year-old, the damn 10-year-old, the 11-year-old, the motherfucking 20-year-old, the 30-year-old, they all going off the lead. This is what they up to follow.
Man, you're going to be looking like Nature Boy, man. I'm telling you. You're going to be looking like Nature Boy somewhere. Now, what you can do, now we can get to that point. We can collab houses. Instead of everybody having their own crib, we can go like the old days with Big Mama House, and it's like 3 families. So we cut all the...
What I was trying to say, though, is, right, meaning that the food is we don't think that we're going to be able to eat. There ain't going to be nothing to eat. We ain't going to have no way to eat. But if everybody do it, see, this is what folks got to wrap up under their mind. All of this shit going to be out here. The car's still going to be out here. Gas still going to be out this motherfucker. This shit still going to be out here.
We just shutting it down. I see what you're saying. Right.
We just shutting down the system where we not giving a fuck about that money no more. We letting you know, man, fuck that shit. And if we gonna travel, if it need be, we'll walk to get where we gonna go. But it's gonna come to a point. Trust what I tell you. This is where you gotta know about a sacrifice. This is what the occult don't want to know. Because when you start operating with the occult, you gotta know that you gotta sacrifice something to gain, to win the game. What piece would you give up? The most important piece on the game, on the board. You think it's the king. But if you the king and you trying to win the game, you got to give up most people don't want to play without the queen. Because the queen, the most powerful part, the powerful piece on the board. What's the most powerful piece on the board game right now? Money. Money.
Your money. Most powerful piece.
The money is the most powerful game on this game that we play in life. Money is the most powerful tool or the most powerful piece on the board. So if you would sacrifice the most powerful piece on the board just to win the game.
If you take Monopoly, and everybody can conceptualize this, take Monopoly and pull the money out of the game. There are no more winners and losers. You just conquered the game by taking the money out. You're absolutely correct.
No, because I can still get around that board first, and you can still go to jail. I mean,
my point is, how does anybody win? It doesn't matter if you have a hotel. I just stay in.
You're right, because it ain't about money. After I said that, you see, the game ain't even about money. It's about getting around this motherfucker.
No, they're using the money to control. The control is what the game is.
Right. So like you said, take the money out, right?
Yeah.
But let's still play by the but let's play by the rules still. You still
there are no rules because the system collapses too. No, they're only in it for the money.
Hold on, man. Y'all got my airbag blowing out. Okay, I'm gonna put my seatbelt on.
That nigga said that I can still get around the board first and go to jail.
Yeah. Period. That's period though. That's still period.
Drop's having some flashbacks.
It's more than money though. Power.
The power and the property that you own.
It's power.
See, money is power.
I want love though. Like you can either get power or you can get love. Your kids can either fear you or respect you. It's just. But go ahead. I mean,
the people with power don't need no money because they got the power.
Period.
The power is a money that they use.
They create an image of the money being what's in control, but it's really
and that's
power.
Their power.
The money eats your soul up.
If I got the highest technology, if I got the highest form of technology, there's nobody that can fuck with me. So that means I can go take whatever the fuck I want. Period.
But look,
but how many people are gonna work for you if you ain't paying them?
That's the image. That's the fakery.
No, we're going off the barter and trade though. We have to go.
I know what we're saying. I'm talking about in order to wake the masses up, you got to take the money, and that control mechanism dies because the same fools that are the system are the fools. They're working for the system. They support the system. The people always have had the power.
If you go
ahead, bro.
If you go take somebody's money from them or tell them it ain't valuable, and they a bigger, stronger, faster person than you, therefore you become the weaker link, and they'll take whatever the fuck you got. It's everybody trying to survive. Ain't nobody out here trying to just wake up. Motherfuckers trying to live out this bitch. It don't matter.
No, it ain't though. But listen, you okay? I agree with you, right? You would think that you would be overpowered by the little guy, but the big guy ain't got no reason to fuck with the little guy because the same thing that the little guy got. Listen, you got. It's for everybody. The same thing that I got ain't no money. You can just go get it. All you got to do is just go get it.
But you got it. Exactly. You got it. So I'm going to get it.
But you guys, hold up, Drop. Hold up. You guys, bro, come on. I haven't said much of anything. What I'm trying to get at is when you get to the point that we're at, you don't want money. You only want to help your fellow man. You only want to come from a position of love to uproot these people out of the system and just take their money from them. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to go straight into survival mode. This is why I said we have to do our thing first. Let them come in when they get to that point. You don't just go to a first grader and say you graduated, here's your physics degree. They have to work their way up there. There are people in college right now, and I know one. Think about this for a second, how messed up this is. I know a chick right now that's been in for paralegal for 8 years. And yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Are you that stupid? No, they're a professional student because they're afraid to go out into the system. They're afraid to go out on their own, and they get that attention telling everybody they're in college. It's fascinating to me. So we have to let these people come out of it at their own will. This is why if you talk to a lot of the people that are even above us, they'll say, let the people unplug on their own. Don't force them through it. Because it's a shock to their system. They don't know what to do. They immediately go into survival mode. And it's like one for all and all for one. We have to show the way and be those pioneers.
And who do we
by not using money.
No, that was
go ahead, Shima.
It ain't just about not using money. It's everything. It's the money.
Yes.
It's the money, the jobs, all that shit. You got to stop going to anything that's associated with currency and shit and value. You got to leave that shit all alone. But the masses ain't ready for that, man.
Exactly.
All right, now when you think, now let's put a realistic
realistically, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. And I seen this experiment work, bro. Because when you look at black people before the civil rights, yeah, it was so many black businesses and shit and all that. But that was because they was forced into that type of group economics because then nobody liked them. So the only way that change is gonna come about is gonna come through force, bro. Something catastrophic is gonna happen. You know, it's gonna be some type of war, some type of something that's gonna force the people to fall in line on that shit. It's gonna be the only way.
Just like I said, gonna pull the rug from underneath our feet. That's how the people always are. Till they make they move. This is the game of chess. Now, motherfuckers don't want to win the game. You'll sit there and wonder how many times you gonna take that piece or you gonna let that piece. Man, you want to keep that piece. I ain't letting you take my piece. I'll leave that motherfucker there the whole time. And you will leave that motherfucker instead of sacrificing that little ass piece to buy you some space so you can motherfucking maneuver and win the fucking game. Man, you
can sacrifice that piece. If you know anything about chess, you can sacrifice that piece.
What you not going to look? If God gave you everything in the world, see, I'm gonna take it back to the religious belief of these motherfuckers. This is when you get to all the religious Bible thumpers, to all these other motherfuckers out here who want to believe on their Allah and believe that they not. Or say that it's impossible for you to be the God, and you want to put your power into another God. If God created your motherfucking life and gave you everything in it, and you would have to sacrifice to get everything in the fucking world, what would you sacrifice?
These nuts. Look.
I'm dead ass serious, bro.
I hear you, nigga.
To get that shit, bro. Dead ass serious.
Let me give you an analogy, Huey. Hold on, I say I got it just over. Let me give you an analogy, okay?
Oh man.
All right, on a chessboard, right? People think the pawn is the weakest piece. Now the pawn is the strongest piece, and let me tell you why the pawn is the strongest piece. Because it's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers, right? Now listen, if I sacrifice my queen, guess who bring that bitch back? Guess who bring that queen back to life? That pawn, when he make it to the end of the plane. That's why we got to make it to the... Damn, that was deep. But anyway, I could bring whatever I sacrifice back if I play the game right. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we got to do. We got to take a fall to get an uprising. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you the state of affairs.
Hold up. Let me add to that real quick. Truth, my bad. The key to that though is all the pieces is the same because they all you. You playing all the pieces. That's to let you know that you are. You feel me?
Yo, bless up Envy. Bless up Envy.
God damn, Huey, that was deep.
Hey, and to man, just to piggyback on that shit, that's what I was speaking about. When we was talking about that shit earlier, Huey, about the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice that I was speaking of. The sacrifice to me is that right now, anybody that's working 9 to 5, and there's no disrespect to them because I work 1 too, we are in a stagnant position in this system right now. All right. Yep. So the thing is what I'm saying about the sacrifice. The sacrifice is you got to sacrifice certain shit to get as much as you can up out of this system at one time. Why would you want to do that? You want to sacrifice that so that you could put yourself in a position that everything that you need from the system and shit in order for natural shit like a place to stay, food to eat, and clothes on your back, you want to put yourself in a position where you will never have to worry about that shit. How you do that? You go find you a state that got either county or something that got no property taxes or little property taxes, if that. You buy that land. You start growing your own food on there. You start building your own shit. Buy enough land where you can lend it out to like-minded people and shit. And y'all can work that shit like a community. And now you no longer need the system. Why? Because you got a piece of land of your own that you ain't got to worry about nobody ever evicting you from. You ain't got to pay no bills, no rent, none of that shit. You grow your own food. You ain't got to shop at none of their stores or none of that. You work out some windmills and some shit like that to draw your own energy and everything. And y'all taking care of each other. You ain't never got to worry about being in that system. But you know what? In order to get to that point, you made that big sacrifice where, you know what, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to take a chance because I don't want to stay stagnant in this system, because as long as I stay stagnant, I'll never be in a position where I can be able to come up out of it. And that's that sacrifice, bro. Like I say, I agree with a lot what you're saying, but what you're speaking about right now, that sacrifice, that's going to be the first sacrifice right there. You got to realize in your mind and manifest it in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to do what I have to do to get the fuck up out of this system, and I'm going to sacrifice whatever the fuck I got to sacrifice to be able to do it, and I'm going to do it as fast as I can and get on with it and do it with like-minded people, bro.
Truth, let me give the state of mind of where everyone's at, and then I'm going to elaborate exactly what you said, and I'm going to tell people how to do it. I gave an analogy earlier, and I'll give it to everybody here. When Apple came out with a new iPhone and they changed the charging cord, people lost their damn minds to the point that the company, Apple, changed the cord back. Now, you go to them same people and say, hey, we're being robbed every day. trillions of dollars a year by the federal government. We need to hit Washington and make it known. Fucking crickets. These people ain't ready for this shit. So, to delve into what Huey's saying, I don't care how much money you make. First of all, start getting rid of the crap you don't need. Dump it on society. I don't give a damn anymore. I used to feel bad doing it. I don't care. They want it, let them buy it. Take that money. Save it. We got taxes coming up. Save that money too. Whether you go out and buy a 1 acre piece of land somewhere close to you that you can start growing a garden on, at least you made that step. This goes into what Huey's saying. Once you make that first step, you're putting it out there. That energy's going out there. People are going to be attracted to that energy. We need to stop spending the money on the careless things like Truth was saying, like everybody on the panel is saying. We don't need name brand clothes. We don't need brand new $250 shoes that are only going to last us 6 months. We need to start putting that money in our pocket. Quit buying shit we don't need. And I know this is going to sound nuts. There's a lot of smokers. If you smoke, start rolling. One, the tobacco's not got all the carcinogens in it, and two, it's in some states it's a third of the cost of a regular pack of cigarettes, and it's healthier if there's such a thing by rolling your own. Then I'm going to tell people what we're doing. Go out and buy. Now you got to get your family on board for some shit like this. If we're going to use credit for brand new cars, brand new houses, all that crap, use that same credit to go buy you a little 1,000 square foot house on an acre of land somewhere around you that needs some love. Go and fix it up. If you can even flip that house for $10,000, that's still 10 grand back in your pocket. Now you're using your labor to your benefit. I know it's still the dollar game. I know it's still the system game and the credit game. But for right now, we have to use what we have to our advantage. Then it'll get to the point, Truth goes out there and hits his first home. Now he's mobile. He hears that Drop is doing a home. Hey, man, I'm en route. I'm going to come help you out. He gets with Drop. They do that house. Now, because they've both done a house or a car or whatever they're flipping to make money, they now can get together and talk about their experiences and work out the problems within their journey. So then they get together and they go, hey, bro, let's put our money together. Let's go get a bigger one. And we'll knock it out faster. So it starts to build. And if people were to take this mind frame and really just get off their asses and start doing some shit, I mean, I'm talking tomorrow morning, you can start little things. Get this shit sunk into your head. Within 12 to 18 months, I would almost guarantee it. And if people think I'm bullshitting, I'm about to do it. So I'll keep you informed of my progress. Within 12 to 18 months, it would not surprise me if you work your ass off and use that money we've been given the elite, or that time we've been given the elite, or our families that we've been giving up for the elite, and start using that for ourselves. 12 to 18 months, it wouldn't surprise me if you're out of your 9 to 5. And once you're out of it, you will never go back. You will work twice as hard working for yourself, but you'll also be twice as happy because now you are in control. You are living life instead of surviving their system. And you can use the masses that don't want to unplug to benefit you. Not use them. You can use their services. They don't want to come out the system. All right, that's fine. Don't come out of the system. But I still need you to come over here and drop that carpet in my house.
Period. Facts. People that don't want to unplug, hold up. People that don't want to unplug with the system, here's what they can do within the system, man. These tax dollars, you gotta demand they tell you where it's being spent, and you can demand exactly where this tax money is going. If you go as a whole to these people, like, oh, hold on, we paying this much in school taxes. We need this in the school. We paying this much in this taxes. We need this in this area. We need a new street paved on this street. But we don't even question where our money going. We let them just control all the money we give them, when really it's we really paying the police. We really paying them. You know what I'm saying? So we can really demand shit, but we don't do that. So if the people that don't want to branch out the system, at least demand your tax money be spent right. At least do that. And the people that want to unplug, we gonna kill them. If enough of us unplug, I don't want my grandbabies to unplug. I want enough of us to unplug so the system will at least have to be fair for the next 10 years. Gas $1 a gallon, milk $1 a gallon, everything $1 a gallon. At least that's fair. So if somebody go to work, they can still take a vacation and live life.
Bro, here's the problem, Drop. Indoctrinating your children, pumping them full of drugs is not a fair system. It's murder. I don't care how you want to sugarcoat it.
Right, bro, because you talk about some milk being $1. We need to get the milk out the school systems. We ain't supposed to be drinking that fucking place. We need to be drinking that. We need to be getting
fantasy land. I'm talking about real life, bro. But y'all talking some old dream. Listen, I know. Listen, bro. In the next 10 years, there's gonna be fucking milk, and your fucking grandkids is gonna eat cereal. So listen, here's what I'm saying: make it affordable at least for these next 10 years. We gotta at least make it affordable to live. Then
make
we can
livable, bro. Make it right. Fuck affordable. Let's make it the right shit. How we gonna just like make that like make cigarettes? Make cigarettes 50 cents. Make a pack of cigarettes 50 cents so niggas can just smoke themselves to death. Make a gallon of milk.
I'm with you, Huey.
Yo, this ain't 1965 no more. This ain't 1930.
Shit, listen,
make a gallon
man.
of milk. Too much money on
what I'm saying, what you talking about is gonna take 10 years. I'm thinking y'all missing a 10-year part. I think you think
that's because your thought power, brother. This is where I'm trying to get y'all at. This is because we supposed to be the superpower minds and the collective conscious, the one who pushing the right thoughts out for the world to manifest. Long as we still got shadow of doubt, that leaves a shadow of doubt in our vibration that we pushing out. How you gonna push? Listen, bro.
It's a realistic time frame. It took us how many years to get where we at now?
Because this is why. This is why it was always.
We ain't wake up overnight with this shit.
Say something, bro. It was a group of brothers who was trying to do it, right? First, it was like, say, for the Panthers, for instance, with Bobby Seals and Huey, right? It's two brothers who together on it, so it can manifest. The more people got in, it was manifesting. But then the more people got in, you start getting people saying, "Oh, we getting too strong."
What was manifesting?
Listen,
and that still was 50 years, man, to get right where we at now. Y'all saying get off the grid in 24 hours.
And he asked me what was manifesting their movement that they was planning, whatever they had in mind, but what they was trying to start manifesting. And the bigger that it got, more people got coming in, but then people start coming in and start throwing in, the feds is gonna get us, and this is gonna happen. And then, nah, man, we get too small. We shouldn't do this. We should do that. Nah, man, if we do this, start pushing that shit out, because we can't push a movement out. That's why the collective conscious got to be collective on the movement, and we got to be sound in our movement. You feel me? Because when you got shadow of doubt, that throws in monkey wrenches into our move. We know this shit is there. I know that the people ain't really goddamn aware, but we got to think in myself like, shit, and we all out here woke, and we steady be finding people. I steady be goddamn connected with brothers that all around the world, so I know it was out here. So shit, maybe we can just really push this through. If we can just push the truth.
And a one-liner, Huey, you saying, when I say go, I'm thinking I'm gonna score a touchdown. Fuck a first down. I know what you're saying. Aim for the end zone, right? Aim for the end game, yeah. Aim for the end game, right? I got you.
He was asking them, "Were y'all trying to boycott? What's the end result?" Because y'all talking about boycott, rah, and all this shit. Then y'all talk about a 30-day boycott. What's the fucking plan? What's the end result? What I'm telling you, I got an end result. I can tell you, goddamn, my end result is they gonna be shut down and everything gonna be free. And y'all talk about we shouldn't have certain things, but I think everything was meant for you. I think everything was meant for all the have-nots that didn't even get to enjoy life was able to travel the earth freely. You feel me? We got all these cars out here. I don't know where y'all stay. I stay in Atlanta, and I know just around my city alone, bro, it's fucking car lot all around this bitch with cars all on it. That people should be in it if we gonna drive around or tear up the ozone. This shit, houses around this motherfucker that's empty. Why is people around here homeless? We worried about all this shit over here, man. We should be telling folks, move in that motherfucker, and I'm gonna come hook up your lights. I know how to turn this shit on for free. I know how to hook up the gas. I'm gonna come turn that shit on. Just go move in that motherfucker. What are you homeless for? And it's a home.
You can buy the key wrench from fucking Home Depot to cut on that water and electric, all that. Exactly, you go right to Home Depot and buy the wrench.
And that's another form of sacrifice too, like y'all talking about. That's another form of sacrifice. Like you said, to get that shit and just do it. Like you ain't gotta give me no motherfucking money. You need help, I'm just gonna help your ass. Cause that's all it is anyway. You just trading your energy for money. You know what I mean?
Help the
but ain't nobody willing to do shit without no goddamn money. You feel what I'm saying?
If a motherfucker ain't coming up with a helping hand, you should be watching that motherfucker with close eyes. Damn near ready to murk that motherfucker. If you ain't letting a motherfucker get in through traffic, if you ain't been in this peaceful mode, you ain't in this vibration. Your ass is a fucking program right now. I got my eye on your ass, bro.
So listen,
your ass is an agent. Period, man. That's what's going on right now.
Hey,
because
it's a lot of abandoned towns that niggas can buy, bro. It's a lot of abandoned towns all over this motherfucker, bro. You could just go in and just set up in that bitch.
Truth, we connecting, bro, because there's a little town in Nevada. They had it for sale. So here's what we do: if we're making money, because of the way the system's set up right now, and I'm gonna go back to the flipping thing. We flip some houses, we get some cash. We all start heading towards this little town, population 50, and we start moving in, keeping our mouths shut. You buy the little gas station, land with a gas station on it. You buy the little grocery store. You start buying up the town where you own it. Therefore, you start to control it. You get more people moving in that town. When people are like-minded, we go to each other and say, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jones, you need your roof done? Hold on, let me get the boys together. We're going to come on over and help you. We indirectly start doing that without putting it out there. A lot of these movements, look around, look in the last 5 years of all these movements going against the government. We ain't standing for this. They get infiltrated, they get shut down. We just go in and quietly and gently start taking over this little town, population 50. Now it's 100, now it's 200, all like-minded people. And why is this town so successful? We're going to need money to have shit brought in temporarily until we're using our land. I got 5 acres. You got 5 acres. We start working that land the way it's meant to be. We start growing our own stuff. And then we use that little supermarket where we use a little bit of money we have because we need lights in there temporarily and electricity in there temporarily. We start bringing our food to our grocer for everybody in town. You just come and grab what you need. This ain't about money. Just if you need it, take it. If you don't need it, don't be greedy. And that mentality will grow within that town. It's exactly what Truth just said. If you buy the town, that takes resources from you. You go in and control the town. Remember, the elite even say, I don't care what you own as long as I control it. That mind frame will control that town. Well, we're going to take that town and shut it down. We're going to talk to the police. We are the police, bro. You ain't shutting nothing down.
But is that the same? But is that the same ideology? Go ahead, man. Dude, been trying to get in for a minute.
You ain't gonna speak in 2 seconds. Go ahead, bro.
You don't really even. I see what you're saying. You don't really need. Yeah, I don't say much, man. I ain't long-winded at all, but you don't really need no gas station or nothing if you got a town of 50 people and y'all all, doing your thing with the food. But check this out. It took us generations to get to where we is now, and it's gonna take us generations to get up out of it. So the thing is,
Facts.
like I said before, we gotta focus on ourselves and get ourselves right. And when you get yourself right, your shorties that you seed up and pop out your girl's womb, you make them be right. And when they have babies, it'll be right. And it's a constant chain reaction that's gonna happen. But until that happens, we're gonna keep on being fucked up. You can't talk all this real shit and your kid behind you talking about T.I. and some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit ain't working. Because it's gonna stop soon as you pass away. You gotta make sure that the motherfuckers you spit out and that you teaching is gonna talk this same shit for the next generation. So when they have kids, they gonna talk that same shit. It's gonna be a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying? It's like a pyramid scheme almost. You get yourself right. You have a baby, you get your baby right. He has a baby, he gets his baby right. And next thing you know, you living like the way y'all talking about happening in a week or a month. Because it ain't gonna happen that quick. It's gotta take time. You gotta back out of it just like we moved into it. You gotta move out of it and you start something new. Like I tell motherfuckers, don't be surprised if I have a kid. That motherfucker might not even go to school. I take the time to train them how to read and do math because that's all you really need. Everything else gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you how to work on your car or how to do this and how to do that type shit. You don't need all that extra bullshit.
We do that anyways, bro. For real, we teach them anyway.
Hold up. I wanna address one thing. Like, okay, y'all saying yeah, Bud Tone, right? Okay, say you Bud Tone, right? And then you do everything you just said, right? Now that town expands to a state, and that state expands to all of this shit. So that's the same thing they did. So you would be hold up. You would just be doing the same thing. Because if your town grow too big, you're gonna have to govern that town. If you need it, take it. If you don't, then don't. And then people that's not from that town come in there, start taking shit. They're gonna start getting locked up and all kind. You're not from here, buddy. Quit coming in. And that's what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be the same system.
Same shit.
But
so this
ain't
no rebuttals to that one.
Yeah,
now
it is a rebuttal to it. If you'll let me talk, just put your seatbelt on for 2 seconds, bro, and I'm gonna ride you through this town real quick, dog.
And next time y'all gotta give me more than 3 seconds to talk. But go ahead.
Yeah, go on, put your seatbelt on and spark up and turn the music up, bro. Let me ride you through this town, right? See, this the thing, bro. When you got like 10, 20 like-minded motherfuckers that fuck with each other. If not even 10, like it could be 5 motherfuckers. Who's to say go buy up a town? But if you got 10, 20 motherfuckers, yeah, why not put y'all resources together and go buy these small towns on sale for like fucking 100,000 and 300,000 and shit. Shit, they even got counties for sale, dog. If your money right, you feel me? The thing is this right here. Is now you have some area where you got full control over it outside of maybe some type of financial tax still going to the system. Outside of that, you control what goes on in that town. You feel me? Long as you ain't doing no shit like murdering people and hiding bodies and shit or raping no baby. But this the thing right here though, bro. It's not to say to tell everybody in the fucking country like, yeah, come move in with us. Let's show like, no. We doing this and we showing you that, hey, if we can do it, you can do it. Somebody else can go grab them their own other town, or some other people can go grab their own land, and they start growing on their shit, and they start working their way the fuck up out of this system, dog. You feel me? You want
at the starting point. I see what you're saying.
And it's inspiring people because these areas is all over this country. It's areas all over this country where you got thousands of fucking acres for sale. Shit, some even 100,000 acres, bro, for sale.
And who's selling it?
I mean, it don't matter, bro, but you got it. Once it's yours, it's yours. You gotta think about it. Yeah, we can say who's selling it now, but the fact of the matter is most of us work 9 to 5. And motherfucking who taxing our shit every fucking check?
Hey, bro, the earth is ours, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. See, y'all trying to buy some land. See, they never bought no land. They always.
I mean, they not that shit sound good, bro. But you try to go take some land, you gonna get killed, bro.
Let me say this, bro, because it's deeper than just in the physical with the taking of it, bro. See, like. Oh man, like how can I explain it? Like, okay, metaphysically thinking. Okay, y'all might call it pseudoscience. Y'all might call it whatever you want. You might call it the dark realm or whatever it is. Okay, think of flat Earth. Who controls flat Earth? Dude, they controlling the flat Earth, and they created the heliocentric model, right? The geocentric model of the Earth. You feel what I'm saying? And we operate within this flat Earth realm and things of this nature. So we done created another world that we are operating in. Okay, but now we really know that we are all our own worlds within the world. See, y'all trying to limit y'all space to a motherfucking county and to goddamn the corner block. Like I be having my realm where I want the motherfucking world. I mean, like, do anybody want to take the world over with me? Anybody want a piece of the world? Because the world.
Yes, brother.
Huey, I get where you're coming from, but we gotta start at the level that we're at, man. Look at this. Let me explain something. You're talking about taking.
We all still in the system, regardless of how you look at it.
Yeah, we in the system because we know we
living in realms of the system, man.
Yeah, but check this out. Check this out. We ain't getting things done. Are your kids still in the school system? Are they still eating at school lunch? Are they still going to church on Sunday? Well, come on, drop. Seriously, bro.
Yes, brother.
I understand what you're saying. I understand that. Saying though, we know that this is a holographic projection of our mind, of our reality. We make our reality what it is. So even the things that we think is bad might be good for us. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm saying is ain't no such thing as good or bad. You got to utilize the energy for what it is. Even when you eating what you eating and you know this ain't the shit you eating, you got to be like, well, shit, I'm hungry and I'm going to make this the best thing for what I got in my mind. And you got to make it what it is. You feel me? You can learn how to turn your goods into bad. I mean, your bads into goods. Or your goods into bad. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta make your for what it is, bro, at the end of the day. Because then we all agree on the world that we see it is. Like we agree on the flat earth shit that we see. We agree that we see the sun moving across our sun this day. We agree that this, that, and the third. Now then we stay away from goddamn programming, TV programming, and we pushing in our mind that a leak don't exist. Ain't nobody running the world. We controlling our world. You control your world. What you pushing out, and we ain't working no more. This is what we doing. We shutting it down, and everybody watching us or seeing us, and any ram of us is doing the same thing that they're doing in the reflection of fucking of us. And that's how far you got to push your energy out so it can push out that far. You got to push your energy out to the world so your shit can vibrate like that. It's going around the world anyway.
Hey, bro. Hey, like, I feel what you saying and everything, bro. And the thing is this right here, bro. Like this is my thing right here. Like, I understand what you saying, and that's the mode that I'm on, bro. But I gotta be realistic to what the fuck I'm involved in and the reality that is already set for me within this system. Me controlling and calling the world mine, yeah, that's cool, but I gotta be realistic. Just me saying that shit don't mean I could just go wherever the fuck I want and go in somebody's house and go to sleep, vacant or not. Within this system, that's called trespassing. They'll come lock your ass up. So, you know, I got to look at the situation for what it is, bro. Like, hold on, bro. I just want you to understand, like, where I'm coming from, because I agree with you, bro. But at the same time, I'm looking at the reality is that what in place of what's in front of us is every day. So, yeah, that is a system that is set up. So how can I get to that level within this system? Because regardless of what I do, it's going to be the system, whatever, but I'm on what you own. So that's why I would go buy that land or that town, because even though, like, yeah, I had to buy it, but now it's mine. And the thing is, now I can live the way that I want to live, like how you talking about. I got my own food, everything. I don't have to pay for shit ever again. That's the sacrifice, man. It's a sacrifice within the system, because regardless if we like it or not, the system is here, bro. And it ain't going nowhere no time soon. And more than likely, when that system go away, a new system is going to come usher in. And I don't want to be a part of that. So what can I do to get myself away from that as much as possible?
And it's people that's doing that. It's people that's doing that right now. They call travelers and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of little towns that's doing exactly without buying shit. So both of y'all right. Like Huey right too. It's travelers, and they all be in Winnebagos. It'd be like 50 of them, and they'd just settle somewhere and live out their Winnebagos and shit and have their own little towns. You know what I mean? If you ever
they got a whole thing called.
All right, Court, you gonna quit stabbing? Go ahead, Court. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I was gonna say they got a town called Joshua Tree doing the same thing you're doing. It's just, does anyone want to live like that? I was complimenting you on what you were saying.
Yeah, they got towns doing that. They can't just up and build no house on that land, traveling in the Winnebagos and shit, though, bro. I want to be able to have a house with electricity and shit, where I can enjoy TV if I want to, nice running water system and all that, and I want to be in control of all of that, bro.
Well, you might as well stay in the system, because you can do that buying a crib. Listen.
Nah, man, but I don't want to have to be able to pay no mortgage, no high property taxes, or none of that shit, bro.
Right,
and that's what
but you're going to have to pay for protection, because you're going to have to defend that land. We're getting into something that, listen, that's why dude was saying it takes generations to build upon the stuff. Our mind is traveling so fast that we're not gonna go tomorrow. Hey, you got your money on that town? And it don't work like that, dog. So, but you saying you can buy the town, whatever.
I mean,
whatever.
I ain't gonna lie. I do it on my own if I have to. I'm not really dependent on what other motherfuckers want to do.
I see I'm an easy dude to cut off too. Look, I'm real easy to cut off because I talk slow.
Go ahead,
right.
bro. Go ahead.
I be talking real slow, dragging high as fuck. Listen, now I done forgot what the fuck I was saying. See how y'all do me? Go ahead. I'm gonna put
my bad, bro.
I'm gonna sit in my high chair, man.
Put your high chair seatbelt on, nigga. Nah, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. But the thing is that, man, I want to be in control of my reality as much as possible, and within a system that already has a reality in place.
Now I want to change. Now what I want to do is change the system to a fair game, and then take the system down. Break it down. You got a full plate now. You got to break the plate down. You can't just gulp it all down. So what I would want to do is at least make it fair. Everything fair. Fucking minimum wage is $20 an hour. Everything fair. Now everybody can really think and have time.
You sort of like the system, kind of.
Why do y'all keep doing that? I got a chokehold too. If we as a person,
my bad, my bad.
No, go ahead, man. I forgot what I was saying.
You want to the system because you want to still kill some of his other side. What I'm talking about is just like trying to do a three move check. You know what I'm saying? Checkmate. You feel me? Like, for the quick kill. Just go, I already know who I got to kill and make everybody else just be like, okay, I'm with you now.
Backdoor the system, right. That's exactly
right. Yeah, why I got to kill all of everybody else when I'm trying to show both sides? Why the fuck is we fighting when these two niggas should just be fighting? We should just put these two niggas in the middle of the board and just let these niggas duke it out and let them, and then all the people be good. You feel
basically like the Creator told the Israelites, he like, look, they coming to fuck y'all up. Y'all go up in them mountains, let them niggas have a fight. When they kill each other off, y'all come back down. The Israelites dumbass went straight in the listen, I'm real easy to cut off. I know I'm real easy to cut off.
If niggas want to listen to God, man, let God make the plan, bro.
By God. How big a boy are you? Look, listen.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be fucking either you or when you hear that voice, you attracted to that voice, and we always know that shit. The vibration, the voice is what came through to create, and you had to have the art. The art is what came from the heart. The heart came. Why you spell heart? Because he had art. That's why I spell heart. And then you take that away, and it spells the earth.
What you talking about, Willis?
But I'm just saying, man, when vibrational, man, and frequency, high vibration and shit is real, man. Like I be asking even the Bible thumpers. I ask them motherfuckers all the time. I be like, if y'all are waiting on the Creator, then y'all know that he's coming in the form of flesh. He came in the form of flesh before. Or he coming in the spirit and flesh to lead you again and coming from somebody else to win. Even if you believe or you don't believe, or you see or you know that you is a creator or a high creator, either you are the high creator and you got yourself at the higher plateau, or somebody else is you putting the room, you leaving the room in your space for somebody else to be in that space. So if you're leaving somebody to be in that space and you can't even imagine if you see them in your face how you will react, you wouldn't even react the same. Because the energy might be too vibrant for you if you really, really realize that it was him, and then he turned around and show you in the mirror that it was you. And then it'd be like, damn, you created me and I created you. And we was all together to create everything through. And we've been here from the beginning to the end. We've been here from now since ever been now. We've been here forever. Anybody right here can lie. I guarantee can't name one of y'all on this line right now can't tell me that y'all haven't been here forever.
What you talking about, Willis?
Hey, I feel you though, man. And it get even deeper than that, bro. Just to like elaborate even more on what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if I don't know if Natty's still there. You still there, Natty? I don't know if somebody can pull up something for me, but y'all can look it up on your own time, I guess, not to talk too long. But if y'all just look up what, understanding that the beginning of the Bible means creation, right? Creation of man or whatever. If you had to ask y'all, if I had to ask y'all a question, how was a man created? What would y'all say? You know what I'm saying? More than likely, if y'all get the right answer, it'll be by the sexual reproduction system. You know what I mean? You have sex, the sperm going to the egg. We already know the story. You know what I mean? So in actuality, when you look at what a gamete is, gamete is the sperm in the egg. You know what I mean? Both of them are called gametes. One is with an S and one is with no S. I think the gamete is the sperm, and the gametes with an S is the egg. Okay, but my point is this: when you look at the origin of the word and what it means, it's gonna fuck y'all up. So when it say about the mother and the daddy, the gametes mean wife and husband. That's what it means. You know what I mean? When you look it up, you look at the origin of it, it means wife and husband. And then those make a zygote. And the zygote mean married. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So when they using that kind of stuff in the Bible, talking about wife and a husband and all this kind of stuff, they're literally not talking about nothing literal. They're talking about the sexual reproduction system literally. But if you don't know what those words actually mean, then you won't be able to connect the two together. That's all I was trying to say, really.
Yeah, and we do all come from a woman. Like, you can even look at the creator, right? It's really create her. And then, mind you, the woman used to can have birth without sex, and they started producing men. And that's just my philosophy on how the ancestors talk to me. So
that's
I'm looking
at what the one man was. It was a one man.
Yeah. Create her, one man, that's deep.
Yeah, one man, but it was one man. They call it one man, but we say one man. It was one man. You feel me? Because it was only one creator. You feel me? That created everything through existence. We in vibration of it all. You in vibration of everything that he thought of, or she, or her, or it, or whatever it, because it is she and he, all in the same. You can't even get a he and she without even know that it was an it. The it was the I and the T that crossed the I. That was the cross that made everything connect. That was the energy and the positive and negative charge. That was the dot that created the circle and the 360 degrees there that connected the energy from up above, that drove the energy to the down and pushed it back up to create the sky. You feel me? When he created the motherfucking sky, he was like, shit, let me create the sky. He was like, man, he was making the motherfucking sky. He was like, how did I make the sky? Because I was energy. It was like, shit, it was you and I. He was like, shit.
Power to the people. Hey, let me ask you a question real quick before you keep on elaborating.
That was
okay,
deep.
Yeah, that was deep. So let me ask you a question though, power to the people. Do you believe that we are all in our own universe? That we all in our own personal universe?
That's what I just said. You all in your personal universe.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you do agree with that. So now do you really understand like how that is?
That I was just breaking that down.
Well, I don't think you would break it down without what I think.
But you was just. That's why you said that was deep, because you was feeling that, because that's what he did.
Yeah. Listen, I already said I'm elaborating on what you just said. I'm agreeing, brother. I'm just gonna give you another aspect to look at.
Because I agree with you too, brother. We all in our own world, and that's how
that's cool. That's why I just want to let you keep rolling. That's why I'm just say what I'm saying real quick. Let you keep rolling. So inside when you go into the egg, right, and you start multiplying. You got this stuff called cytoplasm. And the cytoplasm is the atmosphere. So that's how we are in our own universe. You see what I'm saying? So the skies that we see.
That's why we try to tell folks we're in our own bag. But
right. Exactly. You're in your own bag right now. Boy, that's dope. I like how you said that, because we wrapped around electromagnetic energy. You see what I'm saying? That is your bag. You see what I'm saying?
That's your own bag. Exactly. You in your own bag. And the immortal waters we all agree upon.
That's
and
right.
The immortal waters is really our thoughts, or where is the conscious, really. You feel
me? Right. That surrounds us through the electromagnetic energy. So that brings me why I said that thoughts and consciousness come from the air. Go ahead. Yeah, that's right.
Right. Which is really water trapped inside this bubble. That's how you know that it's inside. That's why everything inside is right outside our faces, inside here with us, and we know because we can see inside our space, looking outside of our space, when we can see the inside and out. That's why a lot of people got knowledge of 360 degrees. They ain't got the knowledge of the 720, which is the up above and as below, and then the dot in the middle. Because when you do the circle, that's 360 degrees, but the point in the middle is also 360 degrees. That's the point. because the dot is also 360 degrees. You feel me? So it was the 360 degrees in dark, surrounded by the light. You feel me? Which brought everything into existence. And then it was just the vibration of everything was spoken out. That's why everything is poetic, and all Shakespeare and everybody, that's why y'all listen to peoples who had good penmanship. You feel me? Because they had the ability to write the tongue that I was speaking when I was speaking, and they could feel my vibration enough.
Let me ask you this, Huey. Let me ask you this. All right, now if we talking infinite, what's up, Envy? Now if we talking infinite, right? Life, right? So we saying we is here from the beginning. So say the characters such as Abraham and all them, Akhenaten and all that shit was King Tutu, all that shit was still here, right? They would still be walking amongst us now. So who to say when dude said, man, I got the blood of whatever weird shit he said. He said he had the blood of somebody. He probably was wrong on who his blood was from, but we don't know where our blood literally come from. We really can't. Now listen right quick, Huey. Listen, I want my point. Fuck him. My point is this. Your blood really can come from kings and queens for real. We can't trace it. We don't know exactly where. So why we woke like this might be because we was woke way back then. We just still traveling energies, you know what I'm saying? And the same spark moving us. So that's why we talking now. You dig what I'm saying?
Your blood is the same as mine, bro. You feel me? No matter where they go, that's why they don't know how we steady be creating, because they figure they could take us all out some type of way. That's why they be trying to spray us and try to get us all in the program so they can do some mental programming on us and have us all in one frame of mind of thinking, so we wouldn't be separate in our thinking, because they knew that it was one collective conscious that we all was, and we are all the same blood, the same thing that the earth was pumping, which is the oil. That's why your blood is really dark and not red. It don't get red until they hit the oxygen. You feel what I'm saying? But your blood is really dark. You feel what I'm saying?
That's where you get the red and blue. Your blood
blue.
Yeah, that's where you get red and blue from. But look, now the deep part about it is everybody's blood is different. This shit is sort of like fucking drugs. It's sort of like some vampire shit. You can have the richest blood where a vampire can sit next to you and your aura is so strong. I mean, they literally have euphorias about you. You know what I'm saying? So when they be testing your blood in them hospitals, or you go to jail, when they test your blood, that shit go through something and it tell them how rich that shit is for real. And there's certain blood types that they're monitoring, dog. You know what I'm saying? And they'll monitor you and the rest of your kids and they kids forever. Like, that's a golden seed, or that's just okay. That's that. Boom, here go another rich one.
You know how I think they know who we are? Because they knew it from the time that we was birthed, and they knew when we got to the school system when we were still rebellious, because we would knew that we would rather die before we would listen or go through any of this shit again. Because no matter how much they try to hide from it, we could see through the truth no matter what. That's why we was the way that we was, and most of us had street ties and things of this nature. You feel me? Because we had to go through something to see through something. See, most of these motherfuckers with the silver spoon who think that they better than us and richer and got all the ability than us, these the motherfuckers.
No, hold up. I meant rich as in not in quality, not rich as in money. I'm talking about rich blood, like.
Really, that's what I was going to say. See, they think that they better than us because they got physical riches, but we got spiritual riches and ancient ties. So we got all worldly riches. We got all the gold. All this shit is ours. If you don't feel like the world is yours and you ain't been lied to about who you are, you ain't feeling the same energy and vibration what I'm talking about. That's why we talk about motherfucking just taking shit, because when I be really channeling in the ancient and the ancestors, they be giving me protection. They letting me know that you are able to do this right now, and we giving you leeway because we tired of the shit and the way that they was already doing motherfuckers. And they been told me this before this day had came, that it was gonna come time, and they knew that I was a true and worthy person because I had always interacted with them. You feel me? And this happened in '98 when I had this conversation. You feel me? With the higher realm, with myself, and I really gave myself up to everything and let it be the deed, that whatever the deed is. But I know the deed is. You feel me? The deed is all in the God, and everything is God. The good, the bad, the everything. He showed me everything. Facts. Facts.
That's
and I
right.
just be saying, like, yo, straight up, man, because he in me. He in you. Ain't
So
no way
understand
that
what you just said, my man. Let you keep rolling again, but we got to remember that, like you just said, we know that we in our own universe, literally.
Fact.
So we know that's fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because I am him. I just try to say him because some people still equate, but that still be leaving me room up in my room. So it be cutting my gate. But I be knowing that him is I, and I am him. I put the I and the M to be the M in him. I was the him, the EBL, he be a him and your slims. When they was making your jeans, they used to call it a him. That's why they was making the him. I was the only him, the only, the him, the in, the him. They put the O and the L in the him. They made the him. That's why he was the Elohim, the only Ohim, the Elohim, the Ohim, the Elohim. They look, shit, they thought they was living in a gene. It was the reverse dream regime. Shit ain't
Hey,
what
look, if you say him and her, right? Check this out. I ain't mean to cut you, but if you say him and her, right? If you say him and her, and we know the H's is silent, right? You gonna mumble the words mirror if you put them together, right? So, like dude said, the energy, the universe is the sperm cell, right? The flesh, the blood, the lungs, and that shit is from the woman. That's what it produces the astronaut suit.
That's right.
And the energy coming from it don't just come from our ball sack. It come from us being woke, conscious under these stars. That's where stardust come from. So then it gathers memory from your aura around you, and that goes into your body, and that turns into your sperm, and your sperm goes into the egg. So boom, everything you know at the time. Like if you have a baby when you 14, then have a baby when you 35, your baby that you have when it's 35 gonna be way smarter at that age than your first baby was, because you lived more, you did more, you know what I'm saying? If you breeding puppies, let that male get 2-3 years old and have a litter. You're gonna see a
I don't know, man.
complete
That might work a different way, bro, because that's why they was having babies at such an early age, because then that meant they was before their time. They was ready to birth a baby and take care of it before you was in your prime. They was ahead of their time. I mean, they was already getting pussy before you was thinking about pussy.
Well, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, though, man. You know what I mean? Like that, everybody get all the generational genetic background, basically. You know what I mean?
And that's how we got out the caves. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, just like what you're saying, though. And they go all the way back to whenever the first man created or whoever that is. You see what I'm saying? They call him Adam or whatever, but it sounds like an Adam to me. You see what I'm saying?
And we used to rub sticks together to make fire. Now we know how to look. Look, I got grandkids, right? My grandkids is smarter than my kids was at that age. My kids were smarter than I was at that age. I was smarter than my mom and dad at that age, and so on, and it go all the way down. This is how we get smarter and smarter. This is how you getting these brilliant ass kids, because we getting smarter, bro. It's just go ahead.
And it's channeling through the nut, you say, and that body.
That's the spirit.
They try to alter it through the programming that they have your vibration when you growing up. So they want your wife to be stuck in the house watching TV all day, getting those radiation and getting those programming, listening to those programming, and listen to the radio station all day, sitting in that motherfucker, being ratchet, talking on the phone. That's how your baby come out and know how to use the phone and all that type shit. You feel me? So if you was
them nuts is the first cosmic egg, right? You go into the cosmic egg, you on the nut side. Then you hit the egg, that's the next cosmic egg. You know what I'm saying? Then you hit then you hit the stomach. That's the next cosmic egg. And then you born into this egg.
That's really how it go for real. And then when you look up all the words and you follow it, you got words that say genus histosis or some shit like that. And then they say Genesis this, Genesis that, cleavage this. I be like, hold up, these are the same fucking word they using in the goddamn Bible. You see what I'm saying? So when I started reading it like that, and when I read in the scripture, I get the whole totally different understandings than just the basic, like this. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and God, I'm God's people, and Jesus is a whole different meaning. You see what I'm saying? That's just a cover story. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Hey, y'all, just think of this, bro. They say they be finding
Jimmy. Go ahead.
Just think they be finding shit like 1,000,000 years, 10,000 years from now, and 10,000 years. You know what I mean? Like, just think, bro. We can't even get. Just think how hard would it be just to know that something that you found was 10,000 years or 1,000,000 years old.
I don't believe that shit.
You feel me? What the fuck do they be talking about, bro? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, you been
ain't no time though. Ain't no time if we talking a beginning, ain't no beginning, ain't no
Right.
this shit is
nobody know that, man.
It's not no date on it. It is what it is type
Ain't no
thing.
beginning and ain't no end, bro. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Go back
It's
and do
the now, like you say, Huey. You can even touch on that, Huey, when you talk about we live in the now. Ain't no past, ain't no future. It's like right now, all the way.
I want to stay with that same format. We've been in the past damn near 30 minutes or an hour, 2 hours on this line right now. Right now, that was a now. And we walked into the future. It's a now right now. Now, I was just talking in the future. I started it now. That was a now. Now, I'm still in my now right now. I'm now that can be a song right now.
It's
now
all the same thing, man. Past, present, and future. Same exact thing.
That shit is a real shit, bro. Now is forever, Jack. Somebody tell me how long is your now. If you say now, right now, and go to sleep, and when you wake up, it's still a now.
Right. You just decided to go to sleep when you went to sleep. The day ain't stopped, because you went to sleep.
He sleep right now.
And as a matter of fact, your eyes
right
ain't even closed when you close your eyelids. You know what I mean? Your eyeballs are still open.
Yeah, you talking right now. Hey, you talking right now, and I'm interrupting right now.
But there is a future and a past.
Do your thing. I'll finish. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, we just said right now. The future and the past is right
crazy,
now.
Man. Oh, exactly, man.
He said that right now. He just said that right now. It is a future and a past if you're going to say it now. If you're going to say it now, it's a future.
Goddamn, you just said it then. I just heard you say that. You said that back then.
But it's now.
Yeah. It's now.
Tell me that we didn't create a time traveling machine. We were the time traveling machine.
You are a time traveling machine right now. Like you are
right now.
Time right now. Literally.
Right now.
Don't forget now. You just said right now.
Right.
Yeah. Right now.
Hey,
you tell me how anything less than a second, man. I bet you they can't count less than a second. Everything always going right now.
Everything in the world was created right now.
That's right. Because you ain't here, it ain't gonna be here no more.
Hey, Court got a question right now. Right now?
Yeah, right now.
So
we're talking about right now. What can we
capitalize on it right now? That's the question.
What are we gonna do right now?
Right now.
Right now, you getting mad, man.
Right now.
Why am I getting mad?
I'm just talking shit,
real talk.
And we in control of our world right now. Tell me I'm lying. You ain't in control of your world right now. What can you do with your world right now? If you want to do seriously, right now, whatever you want to do from your point, this point, you got to think of every step that you got to take. And from this point on in this day, you said, whatever I want to do right now, I can do right now. And you left, and we all thought the same thing from this point on.
That's right. And that's what y'all saying, building the collective community that think just like that. And that's going to raise the vibration for people to be collectively come together to buy up property and everything else. But it takes the power of numbers. You see what I'm saying?
Make it the
you
left
get
now.
100,000 people with $1,000, that's $100,000. But if you ain't got 100,000 people, that number gonna be kind of like you know what I'm saying?
So you got all the world within you, because every cell within your body is enough for every cell that's out here. And we looking at a reflection of ourselves as we walk and roam out here with ourselves. And we all agree. We gonna raise all motherfuckers out the cells, and we're gonna release these people out the cells, and we're gonna release everything out of the cells and unveil the truth for the cells, and we're gonna let this flat earth be the truth of all the cells, and we're gonna ride with this truth forever. And the day from this day, motherfucking forth, if I'm not the truth and we not feeling in this vibe, and I can see right now, if I ain't lying outside of this dark on your side of the world right now, it is not a moon outside right now. I'm not a motherfucking lie. Look,
amen.
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, look, if we say right now, right now, and this now is still going on.
I think Court was trying to say something though, man. Court was saying what we're gonna do right now.
No, I was gonna ask Huey, like, okay, I understand the frequency. I understand all this stuff that we can do in our head. What can we do physically? Hold up. The mental part ain't gonna pay my bills. The mental part ain't gonna wash my truck. What can we do to start now to get out of this system?
Are you American or you a Mexican? All my Mexicans, you know that you a Mexican, and you know that I am in the midst of your mess. In the midst of your mess, that if you are American, that means I can, not I can't. And I mean, like, if you are American and you are a Mexican or any of the, and you put I in the and before your ends, put a motherfucker I in the and before
that
your
ain't what he asked you, Huey.
Right now on your vibe, I don't want it in the vibe. We're gonna throw the cat outside the side of the Vita side. The cat gonna be inside the vibe with the earth vibe. We want to spin with the earth vibe. They gon' that's who that cat gonna stay over there. We gonna put cat in that vibe.
That ain't what he asked you.
What can we do right now? And I said anything you physically want to do. If you want to go make love to your woman, if you got one, go do it. If you want to go do anything, let me say this, not anything. Okay, let me change the parameters right quick so people don't go crazy. If you fucking want to do anything that's not invading no one's space and you ain't physically got to bop nobody in their head to take nobody's motherfucking shit, if you take it from any corporations that is more of anything off of it and you can get to a key, a car lot, you ain't no more money. The only real form of tender that it is your signature. And you got to just say that I can, I am who I say that I am. Simple shit.
That's dope. Hey, Envy, that's a dope ass avatar. Hey, go ahead, Huey, my fault. But check out Envy's avatar. That shit hard as fuck.
And the government is shut down from this thing right now. Right now, I said they shut down. They ain't never gonna open. I don't know about no motherfucking police. I don't even know if they don't even exist.
But I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Is you
the police?
No, Huey. Is you an American or a Mexican?
That's the life. Post got the pose, got the pose. Lights. Hey, look, we gonna shut down. We can fucking illuminate anything from this fucking point right now. I'm not fucking playing. I mean it when I say it. If I'm lying, I can die. If I'm lying, I'm flying right now, and y'all will believe that I'm flying. I ain't flying. I'm sitting right now in my room where the blunts and the smoke is.
Bitch. I can fly.
Hey, look,
I believe I can touch the sky.
Look, I know that I can fly. I can get in a helicopter. I can get in an airplane. I can get in. Hey, look, we created things so we can fly because we knew that we could fly. So we created shit for us to do what we wanted to do.
Right now. What's up, Envy?
Right now.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You was muted.
Oh, all right, bet. I've been trying to talk for like an hour.
My bad, Envy, man. I've been on one, bro.
No, he was
you not
muted.
the collective conscience, though. This is the collective conscience in here, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Hey, Envy, is you an American or a Mexican?
Are you American or American? Are you American or Americans? Oh, you a United States. That's oh yeah. All United States citizens, y'all apply.
Oh my God, that shit was classic. I don't give a fuck, man. That shit was classic right there, Hugh. God damn, boy.
Yo, what's cracking?
Shit, chillin', man.
What it do? What it do, D? Are
Chilling.
you a man? He's a fuck. Hey, he's a, he I don't know, bro. I don't know which you is. I know you some type of can, but you can't you?
Is you a Russian in or a Russian out?
You're a Puerto Rican.
Is you a Puerto Rican or a Puerto Rican?
What I walk myself into?
Is you a Puerto Rican or a Puerto Rican? Or is you an American or an American? Or is you... Hey, I'm on one, man. Y'all don't mind me, dog. I'm feeling good, man. It's a nice hour. You know, I normally be sleeping.
No, for real, on some bullshit. Now I was just telling them, like, man, that's why we had the words for American, because we knew that we can. We knew that American, a Mexican, a Mexican. And they ain't put a Mexican. Yes, I can. I'm a Mexican. I can. Yes, I can. It's what they meant. They meant that shit. They not fucking playing. Y'all feel me? These motherfuckers trying to take our shit away. Anything that we want to do right now, we can do right now, because now is now. How long we been on this now right now? Let me get off the now for a minute. Let somebody get the mic right now.
So you saying mulattoes was the first Mexicans, and they were saying mix I can. Okay. And I'm just fucking with y'all, man. Go ahead. Somebody build on something, man. I'm
the first everything, bro. They was their first you. You was the first you. You feel me? Hey, you feel me? How motherfuckers don't worry about what the original? If you ain't the original, damn. That means you let somebody else be you before you.
You ain't you. You ain't even you.
I be tripping on motherfuckers, boy. You ain't even you, bro, because I'm you. Motherfuckers don't know that I'm God then and that they God, then I must be the God for real. I'll be tripping, bro. I'll be tripping to say that shit out loud and be like, well, tell that motherfucker. They be like, well, God gonna get you. He gonna get you. I'll be like, well, shit, if I ain't that nigga, boy, tell him to come do something to my ass.
Hey, but you know, the Holy Trinity, man, that's what you is. It's like, that's why they YOU is, you know, it show you the Y chromosome, the egg, and then, you know, the U that makes you. That's what YOU is. And it's one letter to make 3 letters make 1 letter. You know, the U, it's the U. U is the you know what I'm saying? Wowzers.
What can I do to make people know that they was like, okay, I see what he's saying. We could do anything. What I mean by you could do anything. Some shit that's impossible for you to do, right? When we take these days off, just say, if you want to feel good, if riding in a new car would make you feel good, go test drive one.
Period. It's that simple. You ain't gotta buy one. Just hop in that bitch and take it for a 20-minute trip.
Just take it for 20, something that you really like, that you never rode before, something that you would like to have, that you would be comfortable in. There's nothing wrong with it. It was meant for you. Don't feel like you ain't supposed to have nice things and jewels and be able to enjoy yourself on this plane. Nigga wanted to have heaven when they die. Y'all don't want to have it now. Man, you got to do it now, right now. For now, you can have your nows forever with your now. Anybody out who's hearing this frequency and was ever able to catch that now and take this now with them and run with this now forever now, let that now be for your now forever and let your universe reflect you from this day forward. Look, man.
Hey, man, I know a millionaire. Here's how you know money ain't shit. I know a millionaire, right? He left the hood. And he be coming back to the hood, sleeping on my homie's fucking couch because he missed the hood so fucking much. He got a big ass mansion and everything, but he missed just the smell of the hood. Just when you got it, you want what you ain't got. That's why we want money. These motherfuckers really be wanting to be broke again. Like, man, I wish I could just goddamn open up a pack of oodles and noodles and bang them bitches. Like, Literally, because they so far disconnected from that lifestyle. That's why we want Bugattis and shit. But once you get it after 6 months, you ain't gonna give a fuck about that shit. It's when you can't do it what make it special. When you can do it like that, it ain't worth nothing, man.
Man, you was listening. You was just listening to that Future, weren't you?
Who? No, man, I'm just a guy,
up
man.
in the Bugatti and shit, nigga.
Nigga, you gotta
everybody the same thing. So, you gotta realize that's why everybody need to do the things that they like, because the universe would be happy if everybody was happy and doing the things that they really enjoyed and was able to express that from the mental and the physical, all aspects, because the universe will just be showering. It will be blossoming and blooming. You feel me? Because the world would be, you feel me? Everybody would be shining. It would be so much energy that the world would just it fucking light up. That's what they scared of. They scared that they know that we got so much energy within us that if everybody was happy, that then it would light up the whole fucking universe and make the bitch. That's what made this bitch napalm problem. Our energy would be too vibrant. See, the motherfuckers who can't take the vibration of something like that is the ones who can't handle the fact that they got to go get out here and get it like we do. See, that's why Flat Earth do put us all at an evil playing field. They got to get out here and work for theirs just like we do, or they got to get out here and get it like us. Not only that, we already automatically to their point if they want, if that's what you want. Some people don't want a big ass house. Like me, I got a big ass family, so I need a nice size crib. I do got a nice size crib, but I can use a bigger crib. You feel me? And shit like a pool and shit like I want and shit like I want. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But some of these motherfuckers is blunt and they got 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Got houses every fucking where, just them and their wife, no kids, no nothing. Big ass goddamn 20 goddamn bedroom house with no fucking body staying in that bitch, and you got 10 of them bitches all around the world. Fuck out of here. Get your ass
so
out of here.
busy, and they so busy. They live in hotels. They can't really just chill and enjoy it.
Shit, you just occupying big ass space that some family or a whole nation of people could be staying on. Fuck out of here. If everybody was on this equal playing field and said fuck they money and let them get out there and get their fucking money, it ain't worth nothing any motherfucking ways. All us truth seekers, and we out here telling motherfuckers to do some money, and money ain't worth shit. It ain't backed by no fucking silver, no gold. It ain't shit. Instead of telling people to work out for money, what kind of truth shit is we speaking? And all these motherfuckers out here want to work for something is a bullshit. You should be telling motherfuckers how to write their goddamn bills off, how to use promissory notes, because that's more of a form of tender than goddamn a dollar.
You ever saw Dumb and Dumber, man? And they tried to pay them motherfuckers back with them IOU notes, man. That shit was funny as hell. But go ahead.
But they was trying to show us something. That's subliminal message. Because Jim Carrey was always a woke motherfucker, so he'd throw a subliminal in there. Like, shit, I spent all this money up and I put IOUs in here because that's really worth more than that money was worth. My word is that you'll get this money back. Fuck, he meant that.
Yeah, what he was saying was that's all a tender note is a IOU, a promissory note. So when they put tender note on them dollars, it's all it is a piece of paper saying I owe you, because all that money is a debt to the bank anyway. That's the subliminal he was giving us. Like, man, what they gave you was the same thing I just gave him. But we so blind that we just gonna accept. Listen, if we could get our own currency system, they'll fold off top. If we can like really have our own money, our own, you gotta have something to count for people to do anything in this day and age. If you think people just gonna be like, I love you, let me help you rotil your backyard, they ain't doing that shit. A couple people might, but now if you got something to give them, you got to give them something, and they got to give you something. Time is money. If you're gonna try to detach from money, hold on. If you're gonna try to detach from money, you gotta unbreed it out your whole fucking DNA.
Yeah, you know what you gotta do? You gotta start being like everybody else who done detached. They weren't working and helping each other out. That means whatever service that you gotta let people know what you got so you can get in with your fucking service. That's what it is. Whatever you doing, people would naturally do. You think nurses and doctors want to help? They naturally like to help people, but then now they got free enough shit where they can really goddamn try all the experiments they got. Ain't no amount of money gonna stop us from utilizing the shit that we get to make the world.
You're right, because people naturally gonna come together. Like it was a big winter storm up here, right? And my apartment complex, everybody was stuck in. So everybody naturally just pushed each car out of the apartment complex. We ain't have to ask each other. We had to go to work. Motherfuckers had to get out of there. So naturally, motherfuckers getting shovels and just digging people out, pushing their car out, and everybody go to the next one. That person get in his car, push him out. Like that, we pushed like 4 cars out just naturally, 6 a.m. It wasn't like, hey, yo, let's devise a plan. So we'll naturally come together if we had to. That's why they're trying to keep us so divided. Because I'm talking about this was mixed genders all coming out together. Yeah, Chinese people. 2 of the ladies didn't even fucking speak English, dude. And everybody just knew to come together. We got to get these cars out of here. And that's the trick that they hiding from us, that we're naturally everything comes together. If you put anything in water, it come together. I don't give a fuck what it is. It's going to come to the surface or go to the bottom and come together. And what we on water, and we always going to come together, and they fucking know it. But go ahead.
Yep, because we all the drops, just a drop of water in this big ass ocean that we are in, the immortal waters, and that's what we are. Once everybody know that they that drop in the ocean, that's why your name is so dope. You Sir Drop, you know what I'm saying? You that drop, you that for sure that drop. You know what I'm saying? That straight drop in that ocean, bro. That can't nobody say that you was that droplet that knew what drop knew. You feel me?
Look how heavy your soul is. If I throw you in the motherfucking water, right, and you don't take a breath of air, you gonna sink all the way down, right? And when you die, your body gonna float right to the top. That's your soul. That's your soul is why you sink. And see, this shit deep if you think about it. Now, once you die in that water, your body come right to the top like a fucking lily pad, dude. That's how you waste somebody's fucking soul. But go ahead.
Yeah. I be goddamn all the way in the water. I be trying to get my body to be small enough to be in the water sometimes. Like I know that, like, I don't know, that might be too deep. I ain't gonna even go there. That might be too weird and too deep. Pseudoscience. Motherfuckers don't want to hear it. But motherfuckers.
Pseudo is the new real though.
You know what motherfuckers so crazy, right? People don't want to have motherfuckers that have pseudoscience, but they believe. And they believe in an unseen thing, but they don't want to tell you, they want to tell you that you pseudo. But they believe in some shit. They believe in the motherfucker that's gonna come out the sky, that had a son that he sacrificed for everybody in the world to die, and he gave up his blood for his only son for everybody's sins. I wouldn't give up I got 5 sons upstairs right now. I'm gonna give up one of my sons for one of these motherfuckers out here who wouldn't believe that I told them that I was God and that they was God. I'm gonna give my son up for one of these motherfuckers out here. Why would God give up his only son? Why would I have to give up my son to my creation that I created? What kind of sense do that make?
It don't make no sense whatsoever.
The fuck? And you want me to believe that you gonna save me after you done slaughtered everybody in the book? Whoever didn't do what you said, you jealous.
Fact.
I want put my belief and my faith in a jealous ass God. Nigga, fuck you. Oh, jealous ass nigga. You don't want nobody else to shine. Nigga, fuck out of here. Nigga, fuck out of here. Nigga, I'm telling you that you God.
They even tell you in the book, if you look at him, you die. Get the fuck out of here. If I look at you, I'm dead, bro. That sounds like a mob boss. If you turn around, if you look at me, he talking to you with his chair spent to the back. He like, If you ever see my face, you're dead, buddy. The fuck out of here, nigga. I'm looking dead at you. Now listen, and then the part where they do the division is this. How the fuck the devil ain't God? How the fuck? You see what I'm saying? Okay.
How he fell to the earth. God gave him dominion over the earth, but he ain't God of the.
So how would Jesus be his first son when he just said he cast his angels down to the see?
They don't count.
They count. See, because it's all bullshit. What it is this. It's this. They tried to make a fleshly being out of forces. These are forces. These are not men and women, and ain't nothing like that. You just dumb. You think that it's the shit that move our bodies, the shit that move the wind, the shit that grow the trees, the shit that the spark. That's the creation, and it's good and evil. It's positive and negative. That's the only way you can get power is to have positive and negative. You got straight power, ain't nothing gonna ground it. So you need a ground and you need a live wire. And that's what the creator is. It's a female force and a male force that comes together and creates these forces that recreate in the flesh. That's just what I believe. I can never prove this shit. And a dumb motherfucker would be like, what's your reference?
Nah, bro. Like. So, what is it? The cathode go to the anode, or the anode go to the cathode. Either way, the minus the negative charge go to the positive. So, you know what I'm saying? And every day they tell you look for the positive, but you are the positive. You the positive person. The negative just come to you, bro. That's just how the battery works. Then it go back to ground out your feet. It come in your head, then it go out your feet. Boom.
See, but you got to be a negative to their so-called positive because they think that they positive.
No, bro, you positive, bro. No, bro, you positive. So like the nipple on the battery, all that the battery can do in order to be a battery is attract the negative. And then it just run it through the system and send it out the bottom.
You are positive.
That's how it make power.
The left and the right side of your body. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? That's the positive and the negative within you. That's why you got two eyeballs, just like we got two eyeballs in the sky. You feel what I'm saying? Which is the sun and the moon.
Well, I'm saying that your whole body positive and the negative is this outside influence that you're trying to deal with every day.
The ground is the negative. If I lifted you up in the air for a long enough time, you won't be able to feel your feet. You know what I'm saying? You won't even be able to feel your feet no more.
The ground is the ground.
Yeah, that's your feet. But I'm talking about your head, your eyes. You see, my bad, drop. Go ahead.
What I'm saying, what ground you is this. Here's where the energy comes from. If you ain't touching the ground and I leave you in the air long enough time, when I sit you down, you're not gonna even be able to stand, or you're gonna just fall. Like you're gonna have to reground to the ground. You're gonna have to you know what I'm saying? And that's just not you flying or nothing. I just got some straps on you. I'm holding you in the air. Leave you up there for an hour, sit you down gently. You're going to fall on the fucking ground because you wasn't grounded. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing. You're going to lose all energy. You know what I'm saying? Everything going to get weak. That grounds you to the ground. So we got to be on the ground. Even birds got to land.
But look, what I'm saying is, look, same shit. Now you up in the air, but look, what's dealing with being up in the air? As long as you still conscious, you using your sense of sight, smell, touch, all that good shit in order to interpret what's happening. Like you falling, oh shit. You feel what I'm saying? But that's coming in at eye level, not at ground level, bro. Even when you hit the ground, it's gonna hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Like you observing this. Ground is when it's over. It's leaving. That's what ground is. Ground is zero. You know what I'm saying? Toast. You got to charge if you're getting electrocuted.
Hey, is it me, dog, or do it seem like the sky getting closer? I might be tripping, but I be looking up like that shit right there now, for real. It's like
I was thinking about that today, bro. For real.
That shit,
hey,
dude.
Bro, I was thinking that same shit the other day, bro, and I was showing somebody how magnets work, bro. How magnets work, right? Y'all know how magnets work. You know what I'm saying? I keep these motherfuckers with me. I keep like 8 magnets with me at all times. Shit. I know y'all be keeping shit with y'all like that, right?
Nigga, you talking about the alphabet on the refrigerator.
Okay, nah, I ain't talking about my alphabet on the refrigerator. Look.
Yeah, I see.
Right. Okay, you see how you connect? You see how them connected, right? But so the earth and the sky is like this, right? So like when they you see they connect like this, right? But when you turn them against each other, right? Let me see. Is this motherfucker connected? Okay, yeah. Okay. So when you turn them against each other, like they won't connect. See how that motherfucker pushing away from each other? So like the ground is like doing that. This is why it's tilting. But it really want to find the other side to flip it over like this. And when it flip it over, you feel me? The sky gonna do like this. So it's getting close to us because the magnetic poles are switching and our energy is connected with the universe. So now the universe is trying to connect with us. You feel me? So the pole is switching. When that motherfucker switch, guess what?
All right, now look, Huey, turn them against each other again. Now you see how it ain't connecting, right? That's the free energy right there. They go to free energy. That the space between that is what we trying to figure out. Yeah, that's the free energy right there. The stuff that's making them not connect is the free energy.
That's what we need to operate. This is what make us levitate and be able to go high as the sky, because the sky is really high enough that we really can touch the sky. They don't want us to know that shit, bro. You feel me? But you gotta know how to maintain it with yourself, because you will get scared where it'll crush you. You will feel like it's collapsing on you, and that motherfucker will crush you. This is the fear factor of going through that shit. You can make that motherfucker smash on you, and you can do that shit through the physical, and you can make that motherfucker come all the way down and go through that bitch and be in the other realm and be walking around that motherfucker in your world with your control and still be operating down here in their world, because they still think it's this fucking spinning world and you got control over their world. You feel me? And you able to operate this body from up there. Like I'm up that motherfucker. I told you I've been outside my body so motherfucking many times. I was like, man, let me just come down some. I'm way too high. I'm so high that I must be the highest of all high. Or I must be too high. You feel me? Like I shouldn't even smoke high. Why am I smoking if I'm so high? You feel me?
I believe I can fly.
This shit is fuck, bro. Like for real, bro. Like, man, this shit get real deep, man. Once you start really realize that you got that energy and shit, and you can start operating that shit, because you are the magnet. See, don't nothing operate without you seeing, without you putting your eyes on it. You feel me? Like when you go outside, the wind operates to your body. It feels your presence, even if it is some or not. Whatever it is, you can make that bitch be what it is. Your day be what you want, and you come out and you be like, man, that ain't what I had in my day. Somebody operating in my day. Then you know everybody who come in your past must be operating within your realm, or they must be trying to adjust some part of your day. So when you pass with that energy, you must address that energy, or just be conscious enough to be parallel and
conscious. Here's how you test somebody's energy, man. Next time you barbecuing, right? You in front of the grill. Call somebody over to you. Have them stand on the other side of the grill. You go on the other side of the grill. Whichever way the smoke go, that's who got the bigger field. It's deeper. You know how you like if you standing in front of the grill, the smoke blowing in your face. If you go stand behind the grill, the smoke gonna pull right to you. I don't care which way the wind blowing. The smoke gonna come right to you if you ever barbecue. Have somebody stand at that grill with you. See where the smoke go. You know what I mean? And that's how you can read people's aura. That's just a food for thought for y'all. Next time y'all have like a cookout or something. Or go stand everybody, that shit too deep. Matter of fact, y'all go ahead. What's up, Danny?
What up?
See, you ain't really been saying nothing.
Y'all building?
You know how to push your energy out. You know how to push your energy out. That's the best thing that's popping though, because when you got no enemies within yourself and you love yourself within, inside out, and everything you looking at it like a reflection of you, and you love yourself so much that you pushing out that love frequency that they gotta interact with you, or they just don't know. They just gotta, you know what I'm saying? They just like, man, they smiling at you and shit. Because when you interacting, you gotta just know that. I ride around like, man, shit, I am woo, 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 woo. And I just be pushing my shit out, man, and at the same sense, I be receiving it back. You feel me? And you got to be ready to receive it. So when I come interact with energy, no matter what energy it is, whoever it is, if I catch eye contact with you, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say, heaven high. I'm gonna say peace, or what's up, God? What's up, goddess? How you doing, beautiful, or whatever. I'm gonna say something. My old lady be like, man, you just a people person. You just talk to everybody for real, man. I'm not finna talk to you, walk past you, looking at you, and you looking at me, all mean mugging. I'm like, damn, bro, why you mugging me? You know me or something?
Hey, I got something y'all could think about. I just had a balloon launch for one of my homies or whatever, right? We launched the balloons or whatever. Have any of y'all ever saw one of them balloons fall? I never saw like a balloon on the ground.
Come back down.
Yeah, I never saw that shit. Man, I really think it go into the spirits, man.
Eventually.
Eventually, but it seemed like you should see one then. As a kid, you should be walking down the street and there go a fucking balloon. Never have I saw one or met somebody that saw one coming down or falling down. You might see one stuck in a tree. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that shit crazy. To me, that's just shit I've been thinking about since a kid. Where do they drop?
You think someone's snatching them out the sky?
I don't know what's going on. It's just something spiritual about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think they disappeared for real. I put a camera on one. I bet that shit the camera went out before the balloon dropped. I guarantee it. The balloon was still up there. The camera went dead.
You know why they want us to have all that power that we was talking about right now? Right then when we were talking about now, how long we was in our now. We still in our now right now, right? I still said y'all can do whatever you want to do right now. Court was wondering what was I was talking about specifically that he could do right now. I'm talking about anything that you wanted to do right now, as long as you knew that you were stuck in your nows forever in your now, and you was standing on your rights, not invading nobody's space, meaning doing the rights of the law. Doing operating energy good or positive by the way of law. You feel what I'm saying? The laws of the universe, meaning do unto others have you do to them. So if you can show people a better way, which I'm going somewhere and to display my energy and my profoundness to accomplish something, to show the world I can feed the world with a breadcrumb, because all I got to do is show y'all, and then all you got to do is believe me.
And if you know your now, let me ask you a question. If what's past tense to now? I'm about to tell you the answer if you don't know.
What's past tense to now?
Yeah, if you ever know your now, then what's the past tense to?
I don't know.
That means you won. And if you if you say now backwards,
oh wow.
Yeah, you won. You won. And you can never win, so you can never live out the now. All you can do is be winning. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that was it.
And one is one. That's when we all is one. And we won. So we living in our now right now, long as everybody living as one. Now forever, we living as one. We can do whatever we want to do up under the sun. And it's more than enough everything out here for everybody. Just like it's enough air for everybody to breathe. It's enough water. It's enough trees out here for everybody to eat. If only you knew that you can eat off of the things that's out here, and if you really start putting back into the universe will make sure that we ate. We'll never go without. It's impossible for us to go without anything. A way to motivate, a way to get out. We got enough mind power within ourselves to know how to create. We will levitate. If they cut off our phones today, we will be
You know what I'm hearing that I think of right now?
What you say?
My hand, look at my hand on the screen.
Look at whose hand on the screen. Hold on. Who is that talking?
Do you see my hand, the skin?
Yeah.
Like right there? Right here?
Yeah, what's
Doesn't it
that?
look like a whenever you look at a bird, their claws, doesn't that look similar to their claws?
So why your hand look like that?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, that's your thumb. Oh, that's your thumb knuckle and your pointing
But
finger knuckle.
look at the pattern in the skin. It resembles the skin
of a claws, right? Like a bird's.
Right.
But
we have a lot of things. We have a lot of things to learn, man. Because
But that's a bird's. That's a bird's hand, though. But that is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So when we start looking at things in a different perspective, we start seeing things in a different way. We can start being biased of colors and stuff like that, and see the big picture.
Is an owl the only bird that blink? Deep. And an octopus the only fish that blink. Now let's go deep, man. Listen, did you know? I ain't about to talk about no octopuses and shit like that, but that is crazy about how what made me think of that is like.
I think you was a bird and the octopus first, and you got everything had to be what it was because it wasn't nothing that you didn't want to be. That's why you was me and I was you. That's why you are me, and we created this time to be a time. That's why we remember things. It's a memory. You feel what I'm saying? It's part of the collective conscious. So everything was everything. You feel what I'm saying? Everything was everything, meaning that you was everything. You was everything around you at every time. You was always that at all times. You had been around. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why we always been birds. We always been a snake. We always been a horse.
Anything you wanted to be. Anything that can change energy.
Everything that you see is a reflection of you because it carries the shadow. The shadow is what we all are. That's what came from the dark. The dark came from the light. You feel what I'm saying? It came into the light. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at it from a different angle. I was looking at it as whatever your energy wanted to consume to habitat this plane, you could have been a bird, died, whatever your energy recycled, came back, you was a human, died, came back, recycled, you was a lightning bolt for 10 years.
A bird. And he was like, all right, now you could be a bird. Just like he created a thug. It was like he created you and it's like shit, now you could be you. I'd rather be somebody else.
Let's go deep, man, Huey. What if a parallel universe is real, right? And what if you got a human you, a bird you, a tiger you, a rabbit you, a insect you? That would be deep as hell.
Not just one though, everything and everything. Not just one of you. You got a whole world of you. You got to think. You got a me. You got a Danny. You got a knowledge. Not just
That's deep.
Because you are everything. You've been everything at all times. You can only been it all. You can't separate yourself for something. You ain't no room for no creation. If a nigga came out and created something today, in the back of my mind, I know that I thought about it at a time before he was able to even conceive it. Because I was so far ahead of his time when he was even able to create something.
You can't spell y'all. You can't spell y'all without the R.
You feel me? You can't spell nothing without the line that was created, or without the spark, or without the thought. Because I can say anything and say and just speak of any frequency and just change it out to any word because it's the frequency. If I say you don't know what I'm gonna say after that.
Look.
You feel me? Will create a whole fucking ripple. You feel me? It's just a ripple effect that creates. So when you, just like bro said, Sanchez said, when you speak something out, it spoke out forever. It go.
He had the Globe Buster dude on there. Dude was
Dude was talking some game though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bob from the Flow Busters on it.
I think if we can get just enough, we don't need a lot. That's the whole clear point. All you need is enough, and this is what we are. But most times the shit was built in the dark, but we building it in the light, so they could try to put a temper on it. That's why you shouldn't be putting so much light on it, because they get the algorithm on our frequency that we have. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, bro. I got you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah, man, but it's hard to to connect with people if they don't know that we can literally think that shit and we walking around out there. You got to plant a seed out there still and still be able to manipulate the seed.
Listen up. Listen up. Check this out. You can bring a horse to the pond, but you can't force them to drink it.
Facts. So that's what
your heart is in a good place.
But you also kick a dog.
The students are going to want to learn from the teacher. You can't force them.
Right.
But you also got to kick a dog in his ass to walk on a leash.
No, that's when you got to stay humble out when you out in your street.
I'm just talking.
Humbleness, my humble child.
Yeah.
What's up with Nutty, man? Nutty done went to sleep on this one.
He always does that shit, yo.
You got to create a group enough where you can create enough energy within yourself. Like we got the Flat Earth movement, but it's so much infantry and bullshit in it where it's hard to even stand on that. You feel me? But you can utilize that for a little bit of energy to grab energy out of. You feel what I'm saying? So you can grab energy, the right energy out of certain worlds. Like if I want to get some negative energy, right? I get some shit like Pac. Or like some thug music, some conscious thug music, so I can relate to the thugs in the neighborhood, because I need them to unite and stop gangbanging and come together and show unity in the hood. And I push that out. When I see it manifesting, I be like, okay, I got this emotion. And I start moving my cards in my head. You got to move the world around for what you seeing it in your head. And then